Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to the Dungeon Master's Tavern. Before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to give a little disclaimer at the beginning of this video that the audio in this one is rough, to say the least. This was back before we had video and before we really knew how to run our soundboard very well. So I just ask that you guys bear with us, bear through this episode, and we will constantly be getting better. Thank you for being so loyal to this channel. We really do appreciate you guys. Without further ado, here is the newest episode of The Windless City. Thank you. Previously on The Windless City, our heroes Balthramar, Goo, Tony, and Frank barely made it out of a battle with a decommissioned construction golem that was fitted for mining after killing the plants that resided deep in the mines. They were caught as the alarm sounded and they were forced out of the mines. What will our heroes find out in today's episode of The Windless City?
To the Dungeon Master's Tavern. Tonight on the Dungeon Master's Tavern, we're going to be going through episode 5 of The Windless City. The Windless City is, think of a 30s kind of Chicago, mixed with Dark Ages, kind of Catholic Church, conspiracy vibes, all kind of crammed together into a city that's just been plunged underground by some means that our party has not been privy to yet. They've been exploring, they've been working with a detective, Frank D. Fortune so far, and the Frank D. Fortune Detective Agency, along with his assistant Philip. They were just investigating the lead that they've been following for Henry Stone's murder, a wealthy aristocrat and owner of the mines over in the Darkholm district where the dwarves live. So while going through there, they defeated a massive golem, they defeated a massive mycelium creature that had just infected multiple other creatures. So there was a mycelium mound, there was a mycelium dryad. Those are in our Patreon, super cool. Anyway, so they defeated these things, they got caught by the dwarves, but the dwarves were surprisingly not upset that they had trespassed in the mines they specifically told them not to go into, and actually quite glad they took care of the problem. But the owner of the mine gave them an ominous warning not to tell anyone what they had seen for their better interest. Frank, who had taken quite the hit from the golem, actually took off and went to go back to the detective agency, and that is where our intrepid heroes are picking up this time on The Windless City. Alright, and tonight on The Windless City, we have playing Balthramar.
Hello, my name is Eric, and I am Balthramar.
We have playing Tony the Traitor.
Hello, I am Presley, and I am Tony.
And we have Dalton.
Hello, I am Dalton, and I am good.
Alright, these are our heroes for the day. And now to begin the game for tonight. We actually have a brand new map. Some of you may have seen our map before in previous sessions. It was kind of bare bones, but due to the generous donations of Eric Balthramar, we have got a brand new map through Incarnate, which I cannot recommend more. They're absolutely amazing. Alright, and tonight we've got something a little special to show you guys. I've got a new map, the Windless City. And, oh, what do I have to get up? You can do it. Yeah, Wesley, if you'll do the honors. Don't drop anything. And it's upside down!
Yeah.
It's so weird.
The upside down Windless City?
How do I rotate it? So click the... Yeah. Look at that! We've got all the districts. I've labeled them all. Gone already is the credit key. You can just literally see where they're at now. I've got the different subdivisions. I've even divided up the blacklight district so it'll be less confusing for you guys going on when I'm trying to describe the different areas. Like before where it was like, you see a building with alleys and there's this other section. Like, I feel like this will be a great help. great visual aid.
Hey, that's where my boss is. That looks, it looks great.
It's a ring that guy.
Hey, I see my house from here. I see my house from here, he says.
Yeah.
So where are we at?
So, we are in the Darkholm District, which is going to be... Oh, hang on, mouse, you just gotta point to it. Okay, this is confusing when it's upside down. Left is right and right is left. Okay, so this is the Darkholm clan. This are where the dwarves live. As you can see, it's one of the largest settlements of the area. That's because they were the native inhabitants of the underground. The city kind of came to them. So they're over here, they've got their port access to the sea, and you guys are all the way down in the edge of their clan, near this mountain. You can see there's just kind of a hole over here, a couple of mine entrances. Those are the samurai mines that you guys were going through last time.
Right.
These ones up here will be the two that you guys were in that were covered in vines. Previously, no longer are they covered in vines. Whenever you guys killed the Dryad and fought the Golem, not only did the vines die that were sealing the other mine, but the Golem did shoot off his arm. There's a loud explosion in the distance. Frank took off. What do you guys pick up? What are you doing now? You've been given free reign to explore, or you can go look into other things.
Yeah, Frank took off because he was pretty much almost dead.
Yeah, he got a backhand from a giant drill from a golem about 10 feet tall, just backhanded him with a drill arm. So yeah, he was looking rough.
Rough is an understatement.
He almost died. Legitimately, a couple points off.
That poor guy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Balthramar, still in his night form, he's probably going to advise. So, what was the last thing that we kind of uncovered regarding Mr. Stone's death?
Okay, so the last couple things you uncovered, you did find some letters with the church and the alchemist. They were all kind of corresponding. Seems like things weren't going well. There was some disagreements. But then all of a sudden, everything just started flowing normally again. And then right after that, Henry disappeared. You guys have found clues. You believe he is dead, but you have not found any more evidence than a blood-stained scarlet cloth. And you did find his ring, though, which he only gives to very few people for important matters to prove that they are acting on his behalf. And yes, you had that. I believe you guys gave it to Frank. But yeah, so it would be back at the Frank D. Fortune Detective Agency at this point, but you did find that. So yeah, that's all you know at this point. Yeah, so you're at the mines.
Balthramar is going to kind of look over and be like, we should probably get out of here while we have our legs underneath us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nighttime. Yeah, you hear how... I'm within 30.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of staying
You
together.
hear it in both the odds. I agree.
So you guys think you're gonna head out?
Yeah, we're going to head out of the mines, at least, the mining section. Kind of go up back towards where we talked to the first Duragard.
Alright, as you guys start to leave, you see a very large, not heavy set, but bulky man behind you guys just kind of leap over the fence and kind of go toward the cave entrances.
Did we see him before? Walk in?
No, it's the first you've seen of him.
I'm going to look and be like, did you guys see that?
He's just kind of moves over toward the caves as you guys were walking out.
Back to where we were?
Yeah, back to where you were coming from, yeah.
Did you all see this?
I'm automatically sneaking, following.
Okay, so roll stealth for me. You're following him?
Yeah, sneak.
It's like Skyrim.
Sneakily.
I just went to look at my notes and I had pirate jargon pulled up. Wrong category.
Where's my thing? Oh, there it is. 15. Really low.
It doesn't look like he sees you right now.
Okay. I'm staying in the shadows.
Okay. So yeah, you're just trying to watch what he's doing?
Yeah, I'm following him.
Okay, what do you do?
Just out of distance.
I'm going to look over and be like, how are you at being quiet? Depends.
What armor are you wearing? Well,
Is there, I want to try to see if there's anybody else with this mysterious figure.
So you're looking for other people?
Yeah.
Roll perception for me.
That is going to be... Where is,
15. 15. Okay, yeah, with that, you will see there's no one else around, but we're still under the effects of the moonlight miasma.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit of extended range beyond what these guys can see. It is dim light, so you can't make out many features. Everything's kind of shades of gray. But you see this man, he's kind of got a coat on, but he's got no shirt on. He's very ripped, no sleeves, just kind of puffs of fur. And very long hair down his back. He's got shorts on. He has a massive belt that kind of comes around, almost like a champion belt.
Mm.
But you can't see the front of it because his back's facing you. He's very hairy, very big man, and he just sort of seems to be digging through some plants.
Balthramar
You would see this as well now as you're sneaking up.
Balthramar during the day would love to just destroy this kid.
I want to stay within 30 feet of him, but stay in the shadows.
Okay.
I'm going to cast magical duplicate,
Okay.
and it like just comes up next to me and goes, "Vroom," and my magical duplicate is gonna like try to like run, like kind of like walk up to him.
Okay, I'm trying to remember, how did you describe this last time you saw it? What does it look like?
It's literally just a magical duplicate of myself.
So that's exactly
It looks exactly like me in every way,
Gotcha, okay.
but it like has like no HP, and like I think it's got like the same AC that I do, but if it gets hit once, it's just done.
So yeah, he sees that, he sort of looks back, he just kind of grunts, and he walks over to the cave entrance that was previously covered in vines, and you see there's some of the plants that are still kind of sprouting a teeny bit. You start ripping them out right by the root.
Well, I want my duplicate to like walk up to him.
Okay. He walks up to him, and can you sense or hear anything from the duplicate, or is it very much his own?
Well, no, it's pretty much its own thing.
Okay. You see him look back, and he kind of mutters something. How close are you trying to get right now?
I'm staying 30 feet.
30 feet.
See, but
If he moves 30 feet, you can kind of hear him. You can't hear him well, but you hear a very gruff voice. Sounds like it says, and there's no response. Okay.
So once my duplicate does get next to him,
Yeah.
my duplicate, what I can do with my duplicate is at any point I can choose to switch spots with my duplicate.
Yeah.
So once it gets close to him,
Okay.
I'm going to switch spots with him so that I can talk to him.
So now it's you.
So now it would be me.
Okay.
But at any sign of trouble, I'm getting out of there.
Okay, we'll see him now. He is kind of hunched over. He's ripping herbs, and he looks up and he goes, "Can I help you?" And on the front of his belt is a carving of a wolf's head.
Well, actually, I was hoping you could help us. What is it exactly you're doing?
He looks out and he goes, "Herbs, what's it to you?"
Well, you see, we are investigating these plants that have been overrunning these mines, and I would like to know what your business is with them.
Okay. Are you just still kind of dwelling? Okay.
I'm terrified.
As soon as he does not see you at all. He is none the wiser.
If he gets hostile, I'm out of there.
He goes, "I don't know anything about these mines. All I know is I felt like something was leading me here. And what do you know? This is exactly what I've been looking for lately. There's some special herbs. They're hard to find, and they're mine." And he just starts shoving them in his pouch he has on his side.
Well, you can have as many of them as you would like. My name is Balthramar. What is your name?
My name's Jean Gadavan, and I'm a herbalist.
So, are you familiar with who owns these mines?
Don't know, don't care.
Very well.
Is there something you're wanting to do?
I'm pondering.
Okay, there's this look of contempt over his face. Like, I'm about to murder this
I'm pondering something. Keep going.
Continue. Sorry to do that.
Alright, well, these have proven to be quite dangerous, so I do warn you, just be careful.
Oh, I'm well aware. And,
Well, do you know what they are? Can you tell me what this is?
my people just refer to them as baneful herbs. They're,
Baneful?
yes, baneful herbs. Oh, wait, no, you're not there. What are you doing? Are you just still like off in the distance, just kind of mellowing out, like doing your own thing?
He keeps walking while us two just
Waiting? What are we doing? I'm just like hanging back waiting.
I guess last week, like walking alongside them and just falling.
And you follow my duplicate?
I'm cool with it. You're cool. No, I know. Because if you're still standing where
He's confused.
you're still standing where we were talking, you're just talking to a duplicate that can't hear you. What do you say to anything Balthramar right now? Where's Goo?
He just looks at you and just blinks.
He kind of just like, you know how like you can leave your character in a third-person game, like sitting idle, and he just starts like doing like stupid stuff like that. He just starts to he takes out his razor and just polishes it, looks at it, and puts it back in his sheet, and just kind of like looks around.
I'm imagining he turns, like takes a couple steps, and there's just a box there, and he's like, just waiting. Okay, so back over to you. He says, yeah, we call these baneful herbs. They have a lot of importance to my people. They grow here in the city. And,
Wait, is he a dwarf?
I can tell you. No, he's not a dwarf. This is a very large man. He looks human. However, you see his teeth are a little jagged, and his features are kind of angular. He is a very big, it's the scary looking man. If I take the place, my mom was after me.
Forgot about it.
Anyway, so yeah, he's just still harvesting these herbs. He's
crowd rule.
you see he's pulling a little specialized knife, and he's just pulling them up at the root and cutting them as close as possible, and very carefully tucking them into this pouch on his side.
What do you use them for?
I'm afraid I can't tell you that information.
Well, I'm afraid I need to know that information.
I don't think it's something that would be of any importance to someone who's not with my family. If you want more, you're welcome to try and roll persuasion. This is not info he
I'm gonna ask
to give.
I'm gonna ask, who's your family?
Okay.
Persuasion.
Okay. What do you got?
15.
15. Wait. He looks at you and he kind of ponders it for a second, and he goes, "It doesn't surprise me. You don't know the God of Vons anymore." He goes, "I don't have a family anymore, but they're the only ones that these are useful to. Might as well be a weed to you." He just keeps going.
Well, you see, we have suspicion to believe that this specific plant mixed with whatever substance we've been investigating can almost take control of a host if it gets inside of it.
That's interesting. You're telling me that these have caused some kind of change in people?
I would say more than that. Well, we found a goblin in the sewer system that had vines growing out of him, and all he was worried about was protecting some sort of queen.
Queen and plants. I'm gonna do roll persuasion. He's not convinced anymore. He doesn't believe this right now.
16.
16. Yeah, he's kind of hesitant. He doesn't want to believe it because it doesn't make much sense to him. But he looks back at you and he just says, "That's not what these normally do."
Well, not on their own. Yes. But with a certain substance that we haven't really discerned what it is yet, it can become quite invasive.
Okay. Alright. Before you do what you're going to do,
Keep going, but I'll tell you.
he's going to say one thing to him and then I'll let you do what you're doing. Because we're going to say these kind of happen at the same time. What did you say last? I'm sorry.
I said they're not on their own, but when they are paired with this substance that we've been investigating, they become quite invasive.
Alright. He looks at you and goes, "I'm going to need you to tell me what that is." And kind of grits his teeth and just kind of makes a fist. What are you doing?
Natural 20 on stealth. I pop up next to him.
Okay. And do what? You're just trying to stealthily just be right there?
You know how like people will just silently walk up to you and you don't know they're there? I'm right next to him.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like, in his head, the goblins turned green and started growing.
They're already green.
What?
I thought
You're talking about like the vine.
yeah.
Okay.
And when I touched the water with it in, I'm trying to find my voice.
Yeah.
It grew flowers on me, and I'm just standing there.
Okay. So
Hands in pocket.
where you stealthily came up behind him and popped up as you described it, how I'm imagining this is just he's standing there, there's dim light from the cave, a shadow cast behind him, and just up out of the shadow, just eyes, just a flat mass, and then just two eyes open. This voice, he's already made a fist. He just all of a sudden does like this, and two claws shoot out of all his fingers, and he whips around on you. And he's very startled to see you because you just basically announced yourself, even though you're stealthing on a 20. And
I want to see if he saw me like walk behind him, but
no,
it was
no. So, because what's the idea here?
Hey, listen, all I wanted to know is what they were called. You've given me the information that I desired. I'm fine with letting you take whatever you want, but unfortunately, I will not be telling you what the substance is because I don't even know what it is myself.
What do you know?
What do you know? We can exchange information if that's what you're after.
You first.
You see, that's not how this game is played.
He pulls. You can see he's harvested basically all of it. There was not a large population. He pulls out a small handful of these things and reaches out his hand and goes, "This if you go first." He's trying to hand you a handful of these herbs.
I go, alright, well, all that we know is there was a chemist in the city that was employed by Mr. Stone and the church, I believe, and she was making something that made whatever plant this is very almost alive and had a conscience of its own.
They're using these herbs for transformation. He looks very shocked.
That's a very good way to put it, yes.
He drops the herbs, I guess, because you've still not taken them. He just had his hand out, or do you grab them?
Yeah,
He's about to just drop them. He hands them to you,
stuff them in my pocket.
and he goes, "I should know what these herbs are for." He takes a handful, swallows them, and he immediately, just the hair grows out longer, his face protrudes, he turns into a giant wolf, turns around, leaps up, and starts scaling back over the fence, heading off to find this person.
To find the chemist?
Yeah.
She's dead. Well, then we don't have to worry about it.
You don't kill her.
You're gonna tell. Wait.
We gave him. Are you guys trying to convince him that you killed her? Oh, that's right. We don't kill her.
Knocked her out.
But do you guys yell and tell him that?
Oh no.
If he jumps off, you just let him go. Because he's basically jumping up the rocks, about to scale this fence.
So what did we learn? We learned that.
I guess I'm just gonna let him go.
Okay. Yeah, so he's gone. He climbs over the fence. I mean, 2 or 3 bounds, he goes all the way up these cliffs where mines are and jumps right over the fence.
I mean, if it
I
was,
turned to you.
if it was like 6 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
Balthramar would be chasing that dude down so bad.
I guess because he turned, I just like turned my body like casual and let him by. And
He was starting by you at first, but he just disregarded you and left.
Yeah, I wasn't really trying to attack him. I just wanted to.
I assumed you were.
How many of those did he give me?
You got about 2 or 3 sprigs of this plant. It's a long green stem. It's got like 2 leaves in pairs coming out in just all the way up the vines on each side, and the top is just kind of a purple and black kind of just flower that's just kind of wisping out into like tendrils. And it's
So
very dense.
he ate it and grew hair and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
He basically transformed into a giant wolf man. Tail, hair, snout, and all. Jumped
I
away.
want to turn to him, hand in pocket on my
Okay.
suit because my suit is me.
Yeah. This goes into your hip.
And I want to
A
go.
little too blind.
So if we discuss this and you hear this in your head,
Yeah.
The herb did not prevent him from turning into a werewolf.
It made him.
It made him. Or I'm not going to say werewolf, that's metagaming, but into that monster
You
that
can
was just
understand if you know what werewolves are. If you'd like.
No. Okay. Wait, what is my history? We'll see. Yeah, 7.
You vaguely know that people talk of werewolves in the city,
But
but they talk of them as if past tense.
okay.
You've never seen one.
I'll just say, whatever he just changed into. So we know it doesn't prevent him. So we did learn that.
Do you think if I ate one, I would be
Let's not do it
a
right now.
monster?
You can eat one when you turn back into a big guy.
Yes, he could probably tank it a bit more than I could.
Yes.
So, I guess at this point, I'm going to cut back over to Tony and my duplicate. I switch smash my duplicate again, so it goes like from like.
Yeah.
And then he's just like standing there silently, and then all of a sudden he goes, Tony, we should get going. I'm just feeling like staring at him. I was like, yeah, I'm like, I was like, oh my God. And then the second time he goes to touch me, the second time he goes to touch me, it just like, it actually is me, and he goes, what are you doing? When's my hand been going through you this entire time? You daft. Look, I'm not that smart, alright? It's a duplicate.
Oh,
It's a spell.
what's a spell?
Read a book.
I want to.
Ooh, speaking of books, I'm illiterate, alright?
I
still not found out, but,
You just carrying it in your pocket, basically.
I'm not reading. My pocket. How big is a toe?
My pocket.
I mean, you can carry a journal. Yeah, it's what journal size. I'm not entirely sure where you got it, but you just had it the whole time. You just sort of got it and then just put it away.
When I first got it, it was like I couldn't read it.
Yeah, true.
So I was like, well,
No, fair enough. I wasn't even like, it was not really done anything
so
with
I feel like something will come up.
Yeah.
Something or someone will come up to where I can use it.
I'm going to catch up back up to
Yeah, because like I didn't even have to walk. I just kind of teleported. My consciousness teleports back to me.
Alright, so you guys walk up. What are you doing now? Are you still leaving? Anything else in mind? What do you think?
I'm just in a state of shock.
I say,
Like, because they're within.
Yeah.
I say we keep this quiet between us. Well, I would very much like to continue investigating what this is and what this does. We need to find a botanist who might be able to help us.
Okay.
Do you know of any? You've been around the city quite a bit.
Do I?
Well, history, see if you do. I don't know if you do. I mean, playing for you, but you're very welcome to. What'd you get?
8.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got 13 to see if I knew. I figured if, like, you know, I grew up through the city, like, the streets, I would know.
3. You've heard of them, but they're not. What did you get again?
13.
13. I'm just thinking before I give you a...
You know they're not too common in a cave settlement city. There's not a lot of botanists.
The ones that are kind of focus in a lot of underground species of plants that are rare. There's some throughout the city, but you don't have any personal relations with any.
Yeah, but do I know any?
You know there's some that sell potions in the merchants district, and some that just sort of travel around studying different fungi and things within.
Should we go back to the goblin that destroys Angie's voice?
Yeah. Oh.
Let's go back to the goblin that literally destroys Angie's voice.
I say yes.
Go back to the goblin.
Let's try.
So, surely he would know something. He's a bit of a character. So, I guess at this point we would leave.
Stupid.
We would leave the
Darkholm clan. You are in the very edge of what I have mapped.
Yeah.
It extends past here, but it just felt unnecessary to put more for the time being. So you're all the way over here. His is the big shop right here. I can actually zoom in.
Look at this!
The lights. So you guys
That goblin is making money.
It was the largest shop in the district, and the building was lit up. And there was a giant statue of him on the building that was like animated. Like, it's a big deal. Surely he'll know something.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. What's his name again?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Longcore. Alright, we head there. So you guys head there. Do anything else in the Darkholm plan as you leave there, or you just head out?
Just head back. I mean,
They don't stop you. They've already spoken to you. They've told you their 2 cents of keep your head down, don't speak of this to anyone. They let you go. You get to the gate, and let's see here. I don't think there is a gate directly into district. Oh no, there is up here. Yeah. So you have 2 options. To get there, you can go the way you did before, which goes into the edge of the guards' territory. You line through the guards' territory and then go down. Or you can go through where you've not been before, down here at the bottom. This is actually one of the few districts that grow plants. Not the sort of plants you guys are looking for, I'll throw that out there. Just basic things like corn, things that you eat, basically. They provide a little bit of plant food.
So this is kind of like the farm of the city.
It is Hairland Farms. So they're down at the bottom. You just trek through. The start of theirs is then line right back up.
I'm stupid.
Hairland Farms.
I said we go there so you can see where's the edge of the TV.
I can see it. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, that's as far as it scrolls down. I didn't animate it much. It's just farm.
It was just the edge of the TV was covering. I was like, oh, it's like a farm district. Well, it says it.
Okay, so you guys head down there. It does not take you long, maybe an hour to get to this gate. There are still guards at every gate outpost, but you're not heading into this area, which is known as the head of the wall, which is the most fortified point of the wall and their base. It's kind of where you headed by last time. So you're going to head down through that. As you get to this gate, you see a lot of guards. They're not really guarding this well. The gate's just open, and there's a couple guards sitting on top. They're playing cards.
I'm just gonna walk through and be like,
Yeah, good evening.
I'll keep my head down, hands in pocket, just hat.
Oh, speaking of playing cards,
I'm quite respectable.
I didn't give you guys these.
I took
I'll just give you all when you get divvy them out. There you go.
30, 30.
You all have a mirror.
Hey, shut up.
I don't think anyone have used them yet. If you have, I'll just let you have 3 at this point.
I haven't used them yet.
None of us have used
I'm hoping you'll need them. That's what you think.
I'm terrified.
So you enter into Hairland Farms. They don't even acknowledge you. They're just up there playing cards, laughing, having a good old time. They don't, even though they don't take guard district in this area very seriously. As you enter in, you see.
I stab them all because they're not paying attention.
I'm seeing. You were watching them out there.
You're starting one man war, buddy.
Yeah. You see a farming district. There on one side is a lot of little tents here. It looks like it just seemed on one side are little tent dwellings, some more little tent dwellings. There's some actual cottages over here. A lot of hay, a lot of corn, a lot of potatoes. You can tell they've got magic. It looks kind of like a scarecrow, but instead of scaring away birds, its whole purpose is this raggedy creature that just puts out light. So it just continually create light into the cornfield, because there's no light here for them to actually grow. So this is just filling crops out here.
Sun.
And there's a lot of
sun?
There's a lot of rabbit people just tending to the crops.
Oh, the Haragons.
Yep. This is Hairland Farms of the Haragons.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just tending to the crops. They don't really mind you. They're just doing their own business, and it's just a short walk. You guys do anything right here? You just
It's kind of like
I'm kind of like just walking to the merchant.
a hop and a skip.
cool.
That was so funny.
Alright, so you guys head up to this gate.
Balthramar.
This
Punch
gate
him in the face.
is a little more heavily guarded because it's going into the merchant's district, not quite as the head of the wall. So let's see.
I'm going to try to stay in his shadow.
Okay, roll stealth for me.
I'm very small right now.
I know, but I'm staying like where the guards see you more than me. Like I'm kind of
I got you.
wow, a 10. I'm a crack tonight.
Did you roll your bonus?
Huh?
Did you roll your bonus?
Yeah, that's 10.
So 10, okay, you're not well hidden, but you're in the shadow. So, we have just walked through the gate. You've approached the gate.
I thought we walked through.
You were about to walk through and the door knocked. And I rolled to tell you what happened, and then you knocked. So, I rolled low, which is very good for you all, which means there's no prominent members of the guard here.
Nice.
Just some of the basic guards. It's more heavily patrolled than last area. They're actually looking. But, as long as you just act civil and present paperwork, should they ask for it, you're fine. So you're trying to hide behind him, and you're all just walking through the main gate.
Aren't we technically wanted?
What? No.
Oh, I thought we were wanted criminals.
I mean, never fine. He said in his backstory that he.
Guards don't like me because I'm a ooze.
But other than that, you know, he's a criminal, but he's part of an established crime family in the city, so they gotta have a reason. And you're just a big
So you're just giving us
story
their
right now.
They give him. Guards just don't like me because they ooze. Because I'm an ooze. If they don't know I'm an ooze, then I look like a person.
Gotcha. Well, we just get you a real coat then, brother. Like, all right. Anyway,
You can't take that into small cracks.
and they rolled low. I rolled low. I was seeing if they would check you out for paperwork. So no, they just let you all through. You were not.
I'm just hand in pocket, like dodging people.
So you were not selected for inspection. So you guys walk around here, and are you walking up to Globgor's store? Are you stopping anywhere else?
Oh no, we're going straight.
We're going
straight
straight
to Mr. Gore. Cool.
Gory.
Alright. So, just rolled the first nat 20 of the night.
Hey.
So yeah, you guys approach. Everything seems normal.
See,
And you see Globgor's store and all of its magnificence. It's a large square building. It is this one right here that had placed lights on. Unfortunately, I didn't have a model of a giant gremlin statue to put on the top. But it's this giant, magnificent building, multiple stories. There's just like a walkway along the top.
that's what I was
It's
thinking.
very posh. And there's this giant statue of Globgor on top holding it. You guys will be coming up from the bottom gate. And to get there, you have to walk up and go right around through here. This borders the area. This door that you actually go in.
No, that's a castle.
That is a different. Oh, that is actually the smallest. What is the word I was thinking of? Like, this is the head of the Merchants Association building right here. So this is who governs everyone here. So yeah, he's just nearby. He's a big deal. So yeah, you guys go in and you see he's standing there. There's actually a guard in the store talking to him as you all approach.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like,
So what do you all do?
keep your wits about you.
Huh?
Keep your wits about you.
So what do you do? Just kind of get in line? Are you doing anything?
I want to kind of like just like discreetly like walk into the back and like wait to see what he's doing. I kind of want to eavesdrop.
Eavesdrop? Yeah, okay, roll stealth for me. And anyone else that wants to eavesdrop, feel free to roll stealth.
Ooh, and I've still got the plus from the moonlight magic thingy.
I forgot it gives you a plus in stealth.
I don't remember what it was. I gave you the
Yeah, I'm
card.
sure you passed it, yeah.
27.
You're so stealthy and you're just dropping a clan right in his ear canal. Not really.
I don't remember what plus the moonlight magic thing gave me.
17. I have it here. Plus 2 to stealth for an hour. That would have worn off.
Oh yeah, that would have
Yeah,
definitely.
your dark vision is also worn off right now.
17.
17, yeah. 14.
27.
Yeah, you guys all pass. You see, Globgor kind of notices that you're eavesdropping, but he's just talking. To this guy. You see this guard. He is. I'm not to know which one he is.
He's 27-year-old male with gray armor.
Armor.
He's born with white hair.
This guard, as you approach, is a large. You see the guard uniform, and as you approach, you notice it is a lot sleeker of a uniform. It's a lot thinned out. It is actually a light armor, opposed to the normally more heavily armored guards you see. This is actually an elven woman. She has a large bow on her back, and she is actually talking to him. And as you was eavesdrop, you would hear him say, I don't know what you're trying to say. And she slams her fist on the counter and she says, you know very well what I'm trying to say. You've been summoning people without asking them for their license again. The church is going to come down on your neck. And you see he goes, no one has any proof of me doing anything but my best to provide the law-abiding citizens with what they need in this city. I don't even sell magic items, he says, trying to convince her with, like, just an assortment of magic items on the shelf right behind him in full display. And she rolls her eyes, she goes, I'm not going to report this. but you need to stop. And she storms out. And yeah, you see he's just kind of, he's straightening things on the counter that she just slammed her fist and just knocked over.
As she storms out,
Yeah.
I want to kind of like accidentally like bump into her and see if I can take anything out of her face.
The first thing, so you just walk up and like bump into her shoulder?
Well, kind of. I'm just kind of like, I want to make it look like I'm like just like distracted off in the distance when I walk. I kind of just like brush up against her.
Don't slide it in for me.
Oh, come on, baby.
Why don't you get like a animal?
Shut the frick up. Don't you put that ring on me, baby.
No, I'm just saying he's gonna take something, yes, but she's gonna be offended and punch him. She's already got 7.
I rolled really low, but I did roll that low.
Yeah.
So yeah, you try to reach over and take something. The only thing you can grasp is a dagger on her belt. It's a very ornate silver dagger.
I pull up in front of her and I'm like, this is very nice. I'm a connoisseur myself. Where did you get such a...
As you start to pull it out, she grabs your wrist, spins it, and slams you face down on the counter. You drop the knife as you're trying to say, oh, where'd you get this? She just...
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up the knife and put it back into her sheath.
Roll stealth.
And I'm going to
It's on hand.
Sleight of hand, yeah, you already rolled stealth, so your eyes hidden. So
as my face is on the counter, we're like, oh, remember I have to pay for trouble like this.
she's flying never, and she goes, how dare you steal from me? Do you know who I am?
I was not trying to steal from you. I was merely admiring my weapon.
I rolled an 18 for sleight of hand.
And I say, you can look at mine if you'd like. It is quite unique. And because I've got my rapier on my side.
She presses you harder against the counter, and she goes, do you know I'm the 4th of the 12 guards? I could have you hung.
There's 12 of you.
Yes, the 12 heads of the guard.
I speak up and like, I thought there were like 5.
No, there are 12.
Since when?
Just trying to confuse. What time is it? What time is it? Okay, so it was the late evening. It was like late evening, wasn't it, when we were at the caves?
Yeah.
So it takes about.
It'll probably be like 12 midnight to 1, right?
I was thinking around midnight or 1 when you. Wait, no, you guys snuck out really late to the cave.
Yeah.
You guys snuck out at like 30 in the morning. And then you had a fight with the golems. We'll say that took like an hour. You also had a fight with the things in the caves. That probably took it like hour and a half. So let's see. 3:30, we say 5, 6. It's about morning. If you will let me, once she's going in this position, you just roll with advantage. Just flat. Just roll with advantage. Just 2 flat D20. Let me know what you get.
I got an 11.
Row. 11 with advantage?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a roll low.
I'm just gonna roll against you.
It was a low.
I'm gonna roll to decide your DC because I kind of want this to happen. I rolled 20. It's not time yet. It's 2 12 in a row.
It came over the
Yeah,
mountains.
the sun's not there yet. You're getting close.
God, I was rolling so bad. As she's going there, I just go.
So you've got about 30 minutes, unfortunately.
Damn,
Till sun finally
For 30 minutes.
So,
God, that would have been so funny.
yeah, so she goes, if you touch my weapon again, I'll cut off your arm. And say what?
I thought you. Oh my
Do you really I was like,
Just harassing. So I was just trying to get some bullshit.
I'm in ooze form in the shadows on a shelf after putting her knife up.
she goes, you're looking where we're at.
Okay.
And lets you go. And then she goes, the look on she lets me go. Yeah, she goes, cast duplicate again. And so spots with him. Okay, well, as she sort of lets go, she looks down to pick up her dagger, and she notices it's on the floor, and it's in her sheath. She's very confused. So she's just looking around and patting.
I'm like in ooze form, just in a shelf.
In the shelf?
Yeah,
Okay.
somewhere
Yeah, so
dark where she can't see.
anything else you guys are doing this
So like, I kind of like get up, I like stretch my shoulders, I crack my neck, and I'm like, well, I very much would like to see you again.
She goes, they're more likely to see you behind bars. And then she turns around to leave.
I lean over to Tony and I go, I hate it when she leaves, but I love watching her go. I'll watch her walk out.
Alright, she's gonna turn back and fire a crossbow, and the bolt just right into the pillar beside your head. And then just keeps walking.
Dude, I am starstruck. I'm like, I don't know, like, Balthramar doesn't even flinch. He just looks at her and goes,
Yep. Okay. Yeah, oh, I realized I didn't describe her too well. I said she was a guard. So, this is a large elven woman. She's about 7'2". Full-blooded elven. She is a archer. She has a large longbow on her back, crossbow on her side, dagger on the other side. She has a long blue cape, and then your normal blue and white kind of armored guard armor, but a slimmed-down version. And yeah, she walks out, and Gobbler's just still straightening his counter, fixing things. And
how tall did you say she was?
7'2".
7'2".
We're made for each other.
Bro, when she goes out the door, alright.
Yes, Balthramar, dude. She's turning right now. But Balthramar during the day, like,
On the bright side, he doesn't know your alter ego yet. So
Balthramar during the day, he's 9 foot tall.
see, really, it's insane.
You're as tall as like a small stone giant.
Yeah, he's 9 foot tall.
Alright. So anyway, Gobbler's straightening things up, and he's like, "Sorry, I had to see that. How can I help you?"
I come out and I want to put one of the daggers I have on the table.
What are the daggers with
He's
it?
going to
Shit.
Yours.
Yes.
I thought you were like saying
Sell it
that
to
to
her.
her. Okay, yeah, you can communicate with him, so yeah, feel free.
In his head, he hears, sell it to you for gold.
He picks it up, he starts inspecting it. Do you know its actual, like, in-game value? What is it?
Just a dagger.
No magic, just regular dagger.
Yeah, it's something I get as a starting weapon.
Okay.
So hold on. I'll look it up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. So yeah, he's just sort of inspecting this dagger, trying to figure out how much is worth. He's not made an offer yet. Anything you all want to do while he's doing this? Just for brevity's sake, while he's looking that up.
2 gold.
Oh, 2 gold? Yeah. He offers you, let's see, there's 10 silver and gold, right?
Yes.
Right, he offers you 9 silver. He holds up 9 silver. He's like, I'm afraid this is the best I can do. It's in good shape, but it's nothing special.
In his head, he's going to say 1 gold.
1 gold. You have to roll persuasion. What are you trying to sell him?
Just a dagger.
Keep in mind, you're trying to persuade one of the top merchants. So
He's not really a pinch for cash, is he?
no, he's not. But he's
14.
cheap Skyscape. 14. You actually convince him because he
Once.
he has a lot that gets added to his rolls for charisma. He rolled a 3. So you can't. It's hard to come back from that. So he hands him the 1 gold and he goes, "As you're doing business, you drive a good bargain." He gives you a little wink.
And I give him, it's just a regular dagger.
Yeah, and he goes, "So what can I do for you? Did you bring anything to show me, like we talked about?"
Actually, I have. And I like reach in and I pull out the herbs and I like sit them on the counter. Like, what can you tell me about these?
Holds them up, kind of looks at them, sits them back down, reaches out front of the counter, puts on a pair of glasses, and just like folds down. And you just see multiple layers fold down. Each one's a different color, and he just like you get like a red and then a slight white and then blue, and it kind of looks like a purple lens now. And he's just looking at it, kind of holding it back and forth, and you go, "I've never seen them myself, but I believe these would be baneful herbs."
Yes, we already know that. What can you tell me about them?
Okay.
Just pick my nose on camera real quick.
He goes, "Have you ever heard of the Giovanni family?" As he's turning them.
Actually, yes, we ran into one.
What?
We ran into a member of that family. He carried that name. I don't quite remember his first name.
Believe they were killed off over 100 years ago, their family lineage. So I don't think you may have met someone else, but is that really got this?
Well, I would like to not disclose where we got them just yet.
Okay.
But I will tell you that we definitely met a man who swallowed one of these whole and turned into a canine-like monster.
Well, that is exactly what the legends say they do. I did not believe it myself, but I don't know anything more about them, other than Hearsay? Nothing I've ever traded. I've never seen them.
Dang it, we should have gotten a sample of the goo.
Did you guys at some point?
Yeah, we did.
Do you still have it?
One of us has it. Somebody has that.
You
vial.
had it.
Probably
You still have
me. So
it. Do you still have it, or do you think you would have turned it over to Frank?
I didn't turn it over. All I've turned it
You guys have
Frank is the cloth. Well,
The cloth, the ring, and some of the paperwork.
the paperwork.
Yeah, the letters,
Yeah.
but not the deeds.
So I'm looking over.
Yeah, I still have the
So I'm gonna like try to look at him and be like
Just
discreetly be like, do you still have that vial?
And you see in my hand just reaches out. It appears.
I grab it from him and I grab it from him and I look at Gogor and I go, and I look at him and I say, do you have somewhere more private where we can talk?
He goes, I suppose. And you see, he's going to turn around and remember the little door before that the little tiny little trinket woman came out of?
Yeah.
He just reaches down and he just he snaps his finger and he traces around the door and you see it just starts to glow and he just goes like this. And almost like when you grab something in Photoshop, you know, and you just scan it just larger up the wall. And like you see the bookshelves just kind of creak and the shelving and they just all kind of move along the wall. There's a full-size door there now. He opens the door and walks on in and he goes, please come in.
I walk in.
Yeah, he's just sort of holding the door like this.
Yeah.
Kind of bent over, arm on his chest.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the last one to go in.
Yeah.
And before I do, I'm going to turn and look and make sure nobody's in the shop looking at us.
So you're looking around while he's doing this. You're not staring at the door. Then.
Right.
Yeah. You notice as he snaps, not only does this glow start to appear on the door, all the blinds shut and the door locks shut.
That's really freaking cool.
So yeah, no one's door. He's locked it, and it just the sign on the door flips around and says, "Be back for lunch."
And then I enter after.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys go in, and
The TV!
yeah. So you go in, and he goes, "All right, well, you had something to discuss."
Well, you see, this liquid that I hold in my hand, combined with that, it makes something that I would say is almost detrimental to the city. Something that will ruin the entirety of the city because there's already a good bit of the stuff flowing through the sewers.
Almost killed me.
He holds it up, and he starts like swirling it around. Well, would you hand it to him if you reach for it? Actually,
If he reaches for it, I'll like, at first I'll be hesitant, and then I'll like,
may I?
and then I'll be like, yes.
Okay, so he takes it, he sort of swirls it in the light, looking at it, and then he looks at you and he goes, "Good God, you have this in your body?" He's like, "God, sanitation." And he swirls it around a little bit. He hands it back to you and he's like, "It's very interesting. I don't play the hero. I play the profiteer. Might not be the right word. I don't instigate, but I'm there when I'm needed." So he goes, "I don't think I'm the right person to come to with this, but I appreciate the info. This is certainly interesting." And he goes, "Is there anything you wanted to ask me, or are you just telling me?"
Do you know of a chemist that would know what the substance is?
He goes, "I don't do the dealing myself." And he goes, and he goes, and when you see the little one with the backpack comes like, all her stuff, and she's like, "Yes." And he's like, he's short. He's even shorter. He's only half his height. He's like, "A chemist, a plant person, botanist. Do you know any?" And she goes, "I am from a merchant in the Blacklight district. A young woman." I'm going to be like, I rolled a 17. Yeah. So, I'm just huge. But she went really low on her mental fortitude there. So she just goes, I grow from 5'7" to 9 foot tall, and I go from like 150 pounds to
How big is this room?
That's exactly where I was about to go to. So yeah, he's made the door larger and you've went in, but this is it's like a 5'2" room, and you are like 9 foot tall now. So you just sort of bump against the ceiling and then start turning, and you kind of hunchback now, just looking down into the room.
How tall are you?
Yeah, now I'm
5'7".
I went from
8.
yeah, you guys have to duck a little bit just to be cautious. I bump into the ceiling. No, you just slam into it, and then your head turns. You're just gonna hunchback now.
Yeah, so I went from being 5'7" and 130 pounds to
You're on your knees.
9 foot tall and 300 pounds of muscle. So I go,
I'm like, yes, we've already met this small little person. He's like, can you control that? Or does it just happen? The sun blesses me with its gifts. What can I say?
it just happens whenever the day comes.
And be mindful of where you are.
On my side, it just turns from an anchor into my giant axe and goes, you.
And I go, yes. I go, Akio, nice of you to join us. And I kind of pick up and swing it.
You guys swing it?
You just on my nose, so I kind of like pick it up and then just kind of like bring it up.
Okay.
And they kind of like try to like shimmy it onto my back.
You just see he's shaking his head like this, and like there's just stuff falling. It's just this room. Like
I was going to ask what the room was.
It's a very magical room, but not magical in a sense of wonderment and awe. Like this does not look like the church where it's like floating and immaculate. There's cram shelves packed with goods, workbenches. This is very much a private workstation where they craft things.
So now that
It's very claustrophobic. Think Dollar General. The shelves feel like they're going to fall on you. So you just kind of push turn one out of the way, and they kind of tilt over, some stuff clambers off, and a bottle breaks.
So as my intelligence goes from an 11 to an 8.
I'm sorry. When talks to this person, he goes, okay, I remember this version of you being a lot slower, and he turns to you and he goes, I'm going to talk to you now.
Very good idea.
Is there anything else that you all need? Is there anything I can do to help? Is there any transactions you would like to make?
I don't know. What do you want to do, girl?
Will you buy this off of us?
Buy it.
You talking about me? Or the goo? The goo?
So he's like,
Good bodyguard.
it seems very dangerous. And you see a little glint in his eye, and he's like, he pulls out a pouch and just sort of, it's a pretty beefy pouch, just, and he tosses it to you, and he just, I catch it. Yeah, he just pockets the bottle, and he's like, I'll let you know if I find out anything.
How much?
Say what?
How much was it?
Okay, in that bag, you were
I catch it.
120 gold.
120?
Yeah. And I would say 20 silver pieces.
Oh, crap.
And 15 copper.
Oh,
Yeah, so how can I help you all those?
What was that family's name again?
The Jedavon. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's an actual Roman myth. Wait, yeah. So you just look at it and you go Jedavon.
do you know where the Zervan family house was at? Where it used to be?
They were not within the city district before the fall.
I'm sorry, how much silver?
I think I said 20.
What happened to them?
It's 20 silver, 18 copper. Roll with that. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I remember I rolled decently high on both of those. Okay.
What happened to them? What do you mean by fall?
Rumor has it, the fall of the city where we came down. They're separate matters. The family, rumor has it, were hunted and were eradicated for their beast-like mannerisms. They were lycanthropes, the myths say.
Where were they located?
Outside the city district, into the woods. They are the woods. Yes, there are forests underground.
But that's not where they lived. Now, granted, they were hunted to extinction long before the fall. I don't think you'll find much of them now.
Well, we did. We found one.
Did they have any accomplices?
They were a solitary bunch, kept to themselves.
Any long-distance family members?
I don't know.
Do you know what they did as a family while they're well known?
Well, maybe. From what you've told me, if you have actually seen one, it should be apparent why they were well known. It makes a statement.
They were werewolves.
So, I'm afraid I don't know more. I'm not a historian. I just learn a little from the past to know where the market would go. And that's not
Understandable.
in that subject.
Well, I believe we've gotten all that we need. And I'm just gonna kind of like down the door.
It's a tight squeeze. You want a performance for me.
I just want to break the door down.
You want to break through?
I just want to go.
It's magical. It's more strength for me with disadvantage because this is a magical reinforced wall.
Oof.
I mean, he can't break it anyways. It's magical.
It's gonna be 8. Yeah, you slam against it, and it is like you are hitting a concrete foundation. It feels like this is just solid.
Right. Can you let me up, please?
He goes, I believe you're looking for the handle.
And he turns it and just sort of pokes the door into it.
Thank you, small man.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like.
Okay.
You still want to roll performance to see how long I get through the door?
Yeah.
That's my performance modifier. What did you roll? 21.
Yeah. So you are just delicately dancing around these shelves around the doors. You like try and cram through. Your axe hits a bottle and it falls off, and you just catch it, put it right back, just right on out the door with all of the elegance of a ballerina.
All the elements of a ballerina and all the looks of a
bull in a china shop. Alright. Any other before we leave? Who else?
The reason why I sold that to you, do you have a ever smoking bottle?
He goes, I suppose. I might. And he snaps. She runs back into the back, and she comes out with a bottle. It's not an ever smoking bottle. She hands it to you, and she goes, this is the closest we have, and it's one of those bottles that you pour the cork off and the water comes out. The ever spouting water. She's like, we have this, but I don't think it's what you're looking for.
No, it's not.
She goes, I'm so sorry, I can't help you right now. She goes, did you have any more questions about this person you're looking for?
What do you know about werewolves?
I build things.
Okay, and then Goody just turns around.
Okay.
And she goes, what? I've been looking for a chemist, a botanist. I may have one lead for you.
He turns back around.
Yeah. So he comes back around,
And she goes, I mentioned the one in the backlight. We had another we used to do business with as well. I believe your friend Frank is friends with them. But that was before I worked here.
God.
So she's like, I'm sorry I don't have more info.
And then she know what he looks like. What's his name is?
She hovers over the guard. She's like, who's the old chemist? And he's like, let me see.
and he snaps, and a book flies from the shelf, and he flips through it, and he's like,
Stefan Balthramar.
Stefan.
and he's like,
No residents currently listed, just pay stubs.
Thank you. And Goody turns around and walks out.
okay.
I pat her on the head.
She goes,
And
a goblin crushing on you. You gonna punt the goblin?
I guess we're never buying anything from the store ever again.
So, do you guys head out at this point?
Now we are wanted.
Are you guys doing anything else?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So you guys walk out, and he goes,
pleasure.
And you walk out. It is early morning. People are starting to bustle around the district to do their business for the day. Starting to become a little more crowded. What do you do?
I kind of want to go to Frank.
Okay, you want to go to Frank.
I believe we should.
Agreed.
Okay, so you guys want to go back to the detective agency.
Right.
So, you are here, and
Right.
I said... Oh, it's so hard when the map's upside down. Wait. Okay. So Frank is... I believe I said... I think I changed the map, and the spot where he was in is different now. So, he's kind of over here at the edge of the merchants, towards these kind of back alley of shops here. So you don't have far to go.
So we head there.
Yeah, so you don't have far to go. You head over there. It takes about 30 minutes. You walk down the familiar, very cheap, low-end, just storefronts. It's like one of those shopping districts, that somebody builds in the wrong area and just does really poorly. And you see all the, boarded up windows, closed down businesses, sketchiness, and you come up to maybe 30 minutes later, Frank D. Fortune Detective Agency. You're there.
What exactly are we looking for again?
Looking for a chemist named
Stefan Balthramar.
Stefan.
I can remember the last name.
Stefan.
Bellum. Whatever he says.
Doesn't flow well, but that's because I came up with it out of my butt.
Stefan Balthramar.
Balthramar.
Okay. So yeah,
Stefan Balthramar.
so you're outside Frank's agency. What do you do?
I'm not gonna walk in.
Okay. You walk in. You see Phillips there typing. Frank's door shut. There's no light on over in his office, and he goes, "Hey there, sports. What can I do for you?" And he's just typing away.
Where's Frank?
He doesn't look up. He's like, he's not coming yet this morning. And he goes, "I thought he was with you." And he's just still typing.
No.
And you hear shunk, and he just looks up, and he's like, "Well, where did he go?"
Last night he left. He said he was coming back here.
He goes, "That's interesting." He goes, Why was he coming back here without you all? Did you all find anything out? What happened?
Well, we ran
What's
into the
some
mines and lots of golems. One of their security golems came alive and attacked us.
Okay.
But that's He was the last we saw of him, he was pretty hurt because he's a very small and weak man. So he left to come back home to cry himself to sleep.
Well, what happened to it?
He got backhanded by a very large rock man.
He got very hurt by Golem.
I suppose I should go find him. And he starts to stand up to leave.
Where's...
Yeah.
I want to say...
Yeah, you're willing to ask him.
Where does he live?
Does he not live here?
Oh, he's like, he normally sleeps at his desk when he does sleep.
When he doesn't have a house.
No, we do good to afford this.
Perhaps he's... do you know any other place that he would go?
He goes, I'm not sure. I mean, he goes, I suppose I'll go look for him. I'm sure he's all right. He's a tough old sap. He goes, was there something you all needed while you were here? Maybe, perhaps I can help you.
We're looking for a chemist named Stefan Balthramar.
He goes, yes. We have arrested him twice. He used to work for Gladgors. He goes, if you're looking for him, he frequents the dump where they dump the magical items for the church. He goes through and picks through the trash until they arrest him. And
That's a place.
He goes, well, yes. Where did you think all the confiscated items go? They break them down and destroy them.
And where is this place at?
Okay.
He kind of reaches up and just grabs Akino's hilt, and he's like, Like you see like a little bit of worry flash across his face, and then he just goes back to normal. Like, so you see for a split second, you see that you're kind of breaking into Balthramar's character a little bit.
Yeah.
For a split second, you see this pride-ridden man get worried about something, and then for a split second, he just kind of like goes back.
Okay. Philip just kind of gives you a strange look, and he unrolls a map on his desk. He points you over to the Church of the Ma district, and you'll see there is this literally just near one of the guard stations, a pit of magic items where they dismantle and dispose of them.
Nice.
And this is what the church does when they dispose of magical items that they deem the public should not have.
I say we sneak right there and go find whatever we can.
He goes, if you're heading over there, there's actually something I needed to do today. There. And if I give it to you to do, while I look for Frank, you'll have a written reason to be there.
Let's do it.
So he hands it to you, and he goes, I'm looking for a magical item. It's an orb full of red liquid, and he's about this big. To pour it down a crack in the top, but not deep enough for it to leak. It's got a large cork, some rope around it, and it's covered in magic pieces of paper, just like runes. And he goes, we believe it's important to one of our minor investigations. He goes, Frank wanted me to go pick it up today. He goes, so this should get you in. I'm going to go look for Frank. He goes, meet me back here later today when you find something, and hopefully I'll have him with me. And he reaches out the paper, and you don't want to take it. All right, you take it, and...
What is it? Just paper.
Yeah, it is just a certificate that says, on behalf of the church, admitted for approved by, and it's got one of the guards has signed it and stamped it. The guard that's name that has signed it is Ignitus the blacksmith. He is one of the 12 guards as well. It's beside his name, you'll notice he literally has wrote 2 over 12, and just as if it's part of his signature. And it says approved by the guard for admittance, and then it's got a list and description of the magic items you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that orb. Cool.
I got that.
And he goes, this should get you in. And he goes, now, pardon me. And you see he just shoves a bunch of stuff in his briefcase, shuts it in a hurry, and he runs out the door to go look for Frank.
It's like Newt's briefcase where he opens it, it's magical.
You see him he shoves quite a bit in there. It just keeps going, shuts it, off he goes. So, what do you want to do?
I guess we'll head that way. Unless someone else wants to do something.
Anything you want to do while you're here before you head out, or you sit down?
I say we just head on.
Well, there's no reason I want to do.
Actually, yeah.
In particular,
His door.
His door?
Is there any, like, someone, does it look like someone pried it open or got it?
Roll, inspection. I won't say inspection. Perception.
It's inspection time.
Is it perception? Yeah.
Or investigation.
Investigation. God bless it. It's a detective agency. They investigate things. I can't remember investigate. You don't really see anything. It just looks like a door to you.
How, the crack below the door, how big is it?
Oh, it's one of those old-style doors. Not only is there a crack below it, but it's got one of those like windows that fold open above the door that's glass. You can tell this is not like a ventilated, nice building. They've kind of cracked it open so there's a little airflow into there. You can see there's a little fan running in there. Yeah, it's wide open.
Is there anything, like he's been there?
So, okay, you peek into Frank's locked office, and you see a bunch of stuff is knocked over. You see the board from the conspiracy board has more blood than you remember from that cloth on it.
Do I go in?
Okay, you go in. What do you do when you're in there?
I want to just go. I want to look around and see, like, I want to make the investigation. So I'm seeing what? 6.
Okay, 6. So yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
You're very alarmed by the blood, but you can't quite remember if that is the amount of blood, or if it's kind of just limped down a little bit.
Come here. I walk in and I see everything.
Yeah, I go in and I'm like,
What seems to be the problem?
Yeah, I just put my hands out and go.
Okay, you do like that.
Do I get it?
You see that he's a strong mess. He's not the neatest fellow anyway, from what you remember being in here last time. But it looks more strong. The lamp's falling over. It looks like someone was in here, maybe in a hurry. Maybe knock some things over. You all...
Has Philip left? Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay,
He is
he's
rushing.
gone.
He's very concerned.
I didn't know if he was just getting to the door.
No, he's out.
Can I inspect the cloth? See if I remember it.
Yeah.
Having more blood.
History than usual.
Not 20.
Nat 20. Yeah, you remember there's a little splat of blood before? There's more now, and it's actually kind of moved over onto the map, because as you can see, the blood actually in our background there.
I don't know if you can see the whole thing. Okay.
I've got a picture right now, actually on the screen in post. There's just a little bit of blood on the cloth. From this perspective, it'll now be kind of over the map a little bit.
Kind of like drenched.
Yeah, it looks like maybe someone was hurt here, and since there was already blood, maybe they didn't clean that spot.
Guys, there's way more blood on this cloth than there was before. There's the...
Or like get really close to it.
After he says that, I'm gonna look at the ground.
Okay.
Is there any blood on the ground?
No, you just stay at the ground. Just this normal, gritty office.
Now that I am in my paladin state, I would like to detect good and evil.
You get a pretty bad stench. Pretty bad stench. But it's faint. It's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do y'all do now?
Something's not right. The air is foul.
Make investigation to see if there's anything off.
Yeah, you can do one more because you haven't done one yet.
I think I'm about to...
Okay, we'll take a pause after this one.
You just put that on camera.
15? Yeah, so, and what exactly are you looking for? Where are you looking? What are you kind of trying to suss out here? So, what's your first instinct in this room to look into?
I check like the bookshelves and the desk, see if like anything's like been taken.
It's hard to tell, because you don't have a very fond memory of what belongings he had, but there's been a lot knocked over. It looks like he was either rummaging for something or someone knocked some stuff off.
It seems someone was in a hurry.
Alright, so, Princely, as you're looking around, and you rolled high enough, along with your history of criminal activity, to know you've seen a lot of crime scenes where you all have went to enforce something, and you've hurt someone, and you know what that looks like. You know what a struggle looks like. You also know what desperation and hurry looks like when someone's running from something, someone's desperate to find something, like they're short on time. With him being hurt, kind of bloodied, that this looks like either he came in and was looking for something, and maybe ran up to the board and bled on the board a little bit while he was just frantically knocking things that were looking for something.
Like how he was like running,
Yeah.
he like pushed himself off.
Yeah. Or it looks like someone came in here while he was in here and there was a struggle. But you're not sure which. But you know, one of those is likely what happened.
It seems to be that he was either frantically looking for something and he stumbled and made a mess everywhere, or someone was here and they attacked him.
Which one do you think is more probable?
It was big vote for Balthramar.
Yeah, you missed 3 syllables. I had to count them in my head.
I don't know. It may... He was very hurt, but I don't think he was... I don't think he was hurt enough to be stumbling.
Well, we all know that he was hurt.
Yes, but...
I mean, if I was a man of his small stature getting hit by a golem, I'd be pretty hurt too.
Was he wobbling when he was like walking?
Oh yeah, he was hunched over, kind of holding his chest when he left. He had hardly any health left. But he was, being a stubborn man, he refused the healing potion, and,
Oh no, he took 10 points of my Dawn's Herald.
he did take that. So,
He had no choice.
you stabilized him to where he wasn't, on death's door, but he was still very hurt, and, he kind of headed out to just go take a good rest, and to look into some things. He said he had some ideas, but he wanted you guys to continue the investigation without him and meet him.
I think he was attacked.
I believe you're right.
He's nowhere to be found. I think he was attacked and they took him somewhere.
Perhaps underground.
That sounds. We are underground.
Well, farther underground. Like the sewers.
You
Maybe
think he's been taken back to the sewers?
Maybe, or the people that took, what's his name? The guy with the red, Crimson, maybe the people in the red robes found out that we were investigating, and they took him to their base.
Alright, hear me out. I have an idea.
Oh Lord, here we go.
What do you say if these red robes are causing so much trouble? Why don't one of us get captured by the red robes, and then we escape, and we can know where they are?
Wow, that's such a great plan. I nominate you to be captured because we don't need you. I'm kidding. No, that actually would be a great idea.
The only thing is, how would we keep track of whoever gets captured? We would need some form of magic locating device. Or
We all three get captured.
all three of us. We need one man on the outside.
Maybe Goo. Maybe one of us getting captured and Goo can follow. So
That's right, you are very, very small when you want to be.
Okay. What's the plan for me here? What do you continue? We'll put it.
I would like, what do we know about the people who have been taken by the red robes? Each person who has been taken has done something. Let's do the same thing that someone who is taken, and maybe they'll come get us.
Well, I mean, you just said it.
Said what?
then if we keep
We've been looking into them for days now.
But we haven't been asking questions.
About the red robes.
so if we go around asking,
Maybe
suspicion will rise.
He like touches his nose and he goes,
maybe they'll find us.
You don't have a nose.
no, I touch my own nose.
There's
You touch your nose and just squish it into his face. Yeah, I just go, I stick my hand into his face.
Just like an indention.
There you go. Alright. Let us, go to the,
Let's go to the dump.
let's go to the church dump. The dump church. The church of dumping.
Magic dump pile of toxic dump.
He's
Magic bomb at that point.
That was his one good idea for the dance, and his brain is just decaying. So to get your magic moment, good job, buddy. We can either go up here, go into the sewers again, over here, in Frank's district, kind of tunnel under, and try and come out over here, which is quite a ways, through all that sewage and plant stuff you went through before. I'd say we just take the same
Plant
path.
stuff still
Or, possibly. Now, you can also just go through the guards district and go up there. You do have a paper stating your intent and what you're doing, approved by them. So either route works.
I say the fastest.
I agree. It would be fastest just to come up here and present your paperwork. But, you know.
Do we have paperwork?
Yeah. Fill out the paperwork to go do it. It's signed by the guard. It's an approval notice to the church to say, hey, they're allowed in to inspect this stuff. Sweet, let's go.
I give it to you.
Is that where you guys head off to?
I grab the paper from you.
Okay, what do you do? You're just gonna...
I want to hand it to them on the way going. They will rather talk to you than me.
Most likely, yes.
I would advise you do the talking.
No, you say that and look pretty.
You're almost.
That is right, they do look pretty good.
They got flexes. Now, how are you guys doing health, spells, stuff-wise? Do you do... Oh no, we leveled up, so we're at full. True, I forgot. That's how that works. You don't need to take a rest. Yeah. So, okay, are you heading there? Anything else you want to do?
I think we're good. And because the sun came up, technically, I have another charge on my
Dawn's Herald.
my Dawn's Herald, or my Nema's Amulet of Dawn.
My ball. Yeah. So now, do you head on off?
Namaste.
You make your way through here, up through this alley. As you get to the guards district, you will see it goes from the posh tiles, the soft colors, to a lot of darker, more structured buildings. There are less open market, more of just purpose-built, secured buildings. When you get into this area down here, there's a lot of lodging. This is where all the guards live. And as you round your way up through here, and you come up this, you come up to a lot of just massive, huge, structural, just bastions. And the wall here is about 3 times higher and way thicker. The only way through is definitely through this gate, which is much larger than the other gates. And you see there's a whole bunch of patrols of guards. There's a line to get through. What do you want to do?
Before we go through, Balthramar is gonna like unhook his axe from his bag and he's gonna try to
Hide his axe.
Well, it's huge, so he's not gonna do a very good job of it. But in his mind, he's like, the church takes these kind of things, and I don't want them to take this, so he's gonna try to hide it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna, instead of being prominent on his back, he's gonna kind of just hook it underneath his arm on his side.
Cool. Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, do you guys walk through the gate now? Or anything else?
Yeah, I'll just let them lead. I'll let him lead.
He has the paperwork.
So yeah, you guys follow behind him. You wait in line. It takes about 15-20 minutes of them checking paperwork. You come up and there's a couple of guards there. One's kind of standing in a booth near the gate. He goes, "All right, what's your purpose? Just general inspection. What are you off to today, sir?"
We
What's the matter? You all right?
Sorry, it's been a
long day. Sorry, boy, it's only 9:35. You all right? You need anything?
Didn't really sleep much last night.
I hate to hear that. Where are you off to?
We're headed to the magical dump. We are looking for something on an investigation.
Oh, the church's disposal grounds.
Yes.
I see.
And then I hand him the paperwork.
Yeah. He looks over it and he inspects the seal. Everything good. Okay. He inspects the seal and he's like, "Yeah, it looks legit." And he just rolls it back up and he does not really pay much mind to see all magical items. So he doesn't ask for any paperwork. He goes, "Yeah, it's official. It's a stamp and everything from the guard." And he hands it over and he's like, "I'm not going to argue with my superiors." And he goes, "Well done." And yeah, they let you all pass.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, you guys go on through, and you are now on this side of the gate. You recognize this as the bustling square you were in before, however, now you are. I came this way towards the church and then went back. On this side, it's a wide open area, bustling, people trading, going around. A lot of religious people walking around in robes, doing various different duties for the day. And the church is over here, and you have to go past the church. And I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
You don't. Instead of going to the church, you come over this way. There's a couple of different options you can go through here, and over to the dumping ground on the edge. So, head on over that way.
Yep.
Cool. Which one of these paths do you take?
The quickest.
Yeah, I guess the one closest to the wall.
Over here.
One more.
Right here.
No, closest to the wall.
Coming here.
Coming here.
Closest to the wall. Okay. Yeah.
That'd be the quickest.
Gotcha. Yeah. You go over that way. There's some buildings here, but there's kind of a thin alley you can kind of pass through. So you guys kind of shimmy through there, and you come up around this way. I don't really see anything in particular special. These are a lot of housing units for just people that are paid to be in the religious district that aren't prominent. They're small houses. These are more prominent houses over here. They're large, where people stay there. You come up around, come up through here, more of the same. Important housing, cheaper housing. And you approach the magical dump, and you see there's this large barracks here, and there are actually guards patrolling right here. This is not somewhere that generally the populace is allowed through. So you're going to have to approach someone and ask for entry, and this is the station that patrols all of that right here, this large building. It's very much follows the same architecture of just these general Catholic buildings. So yeah, you come up here, there's a lot of poor housing, a lot of the important housing, as I was saying before. And this building, similar architecture, but it's more structurally built. You can tell they've got a couple of guards on duty as well as the church staff. This is the only place that you will actually see the guards in this district. They generally just keep to the gate otherwise. And yeah, what do you all do?
Kind of pat/push him forward.
Yeah.
So, like, go on.
All right.
And you hear this in your head.
So yeah, are you guys trying to go through here where the guards are all stationed and patrolling, or are you trying to go into the building?
I thought we were just going, like, to the dump area.
We are.
It's not a general open area. That's why you needed a written permission to enter.
Oh, I got you.
So, yeah. The path is indeed open, but they patrol and don't let people pass.
Right.
So yeah, you can just walk up to the guards over here, or you can go straight into the building. This is the building that patrols the area.
Probably just go straight in.
Okay, yeah, you just start to go in. A couple of the guards see you, and they're, oh, state your business.
We're on here on behalf of an investigation.
Okay. He goes, oh, have you got any paperwork?
Yes, and I handle the
All right.
paper.
He takes it, nods. He does like this. Another guard runs up. He rolls up the paper and hands it to him. And he goes, take this to the main building. Get approval real quick. So you see he runs off. This is a young guy, medium armor. He looks like he is very much still in training. He doesn't have a crest of the guard yet. He runs into the building. And a couple of minutes out, you see him come out accompanied with your friend Lance Armstrong. He actually approaches and he goes, well, B, how do you do today?
I go, well, if it isn't my old friend.
I might go for the dap.
Okay. You see you do it, he goes for it, and yeah, roll strength for me. Who'd you roll?
Balthramar.
Strength. He's dead.
Dang it. Where's my phone? I need my character sheet. Freaking A. Oh, it's right here.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
And after Balthramar continues throwing a pity party and cries about it a little bit.
His arm snaps in half
Yeah.
from the force of...
It's going to be 12. 12.
That's exactly what he rolled.
Is it actually? Oh, I'm gonna spend another one. I was gonna spin one of
You
these.
can spin that on that. You can if you want.
I'm gonna spin on it. Listen,
Okay.
the last dap was was 2 natural 20s. It was the greatest dap that this world has ever seen. Yes.
Alright, yeah. Alright, toss it here and you re-roll that bad boy.
Oh, I am.
Don't you have to use the new roll? So if you roll...
Yeah, he has to use the new roll. Yeah. You're stuck with it.
Come on, baby.
You have put your chips on
No,
the
it's
table.
better.
What do you got?
13.
Good one.
Alright, yeah, you go a little harder than him. You guys roll in, you dap it up. You hear a little, and his arm goes, oh, nice. It's loud. You see some birds flutter off in the distance, but it's not quite the earth-shattering, pavement-cracking smack that it was last time.
I'm just standing there, arm across.
Yeah, it almost seems as if he was excited, but a little more reserved because of where he is, and didn't quite give it his all. So yeah, he goes, so I see you're, going over to the dump today, looking for some kind of orb?
Yes.
He rolls it up and hands it to you. He goes, all right, I'll instruct the men to let you do your business. Just keep in mind, I do consider you all people that I like, but if you try and leave the dump with something other than that, they will send me after you, and I will take it back. So please don't make me do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and be like,
I would never. A friendship means everything to me, brother.
He goes, "Hah," just flexes up right in front of you, and yeah, he goes, good day to you, and he starts to walk back to his post in the building, and you guys are free to go now. They will let you pass.
awesome. Awesome sauce.
Yeah, you guys head in there?
When we get to the dump,
Yep.
bonus action hide, go
Okay.
into my morph form,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go through it
You just like into the stuff.
like Venom, just
Okay.
looking for the orb, looking for an everlasting smoking bottle.
Okay.
And looking for
What?
but in I'm looking for one more thing. I thought about it. It's part of the investigation. Any of the plants within the dump.
Right. Okay.
So those 3 things I'm gonna take a look for.
Cool. So before I have you roll for that, we do that. As you approach, I'm going to describe the scene. As you approach, is this large pit. It looks like if it was almost blasted into the ground. This is very distinctly different than the rest of this area, which is very posh, very elegant, very monolithic almost, which is great statues, Victorian buildings, large buildings, and there's a big metal fence around it. They open the gate, they let you in. The picture doesn't quite do it justice. I just did that just for the sake of getting it in there. It is quite large. You just see broken magical items, most of which you feel absolutely nothing from, like swords, things that go around your head, like the headbands, they're called, because I pulled a blank.
Nice.
You see helmets, bows, staves, magical scrolls, usually ripped, and you just feel nothing from them as you pass them.
That's
sad. I'm going to have you roll performance as you dive into these massive piles.
Performance? It's a 7.
7, so I'm going to have you roll a con save.
God.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You dive in, and there is jagged glass and swords. You almost hit. You pull and dodge around them. Now I'll have you roll your investigation to see if you find anything as you shift through these piles. And the rest of you want to do anything while he's doing this?
I guess look for the orb.
Yeah. Feel free
16.
16, okay. Feel free to all roll investigation to see if you find anything.
Can I grab my thing, please?
I've got a -1 to investigation. That's an 18.
14.
18, 14, what'd you roll?
16.
16?
How did Balthramar get the...
We already got a 17. So yeah, as you're looking around, you sense that maybe further back you can feel some magical power, just a little further and off to the right of the dump. And it seems like maybe that's where they keep the items that haven't quite fully been processed yet.
With Balthramar's backstory, he used to be an archaeologist who would like find these relics. So I rolled an 18. So he would just kind of knows the feeling of something powerful being around him, even though it was so long ago. So he kind of just like trots along, like back towards where it was.
Okay, and you would sense it as well. So do you head that way with him, or what do you like to do?
I'm looking for those 3 things.
Yeah, you sense magical power off in that direction. The pile you've dived into is just inert
Basic one.
waste.
Yeah, I go that way.
Okay.
As fast as I can.
You see them head off. Do you just go with, or do you want to do anything else?
Did you go towards the...
Yeah, I went towards...
Yeah, you don't feel anything. You just see the two of them go that way.
I have 120 feet.
We're not...
Yes.
You have 120 feet of movement?
I'm a rogue.
Dang.
Movement, action, bonus action, dash.
So you're just quickly just
Oh yeah,
through the pile.
like I said, I'm
just like crunching everything as I'm walking. I'm just...
Okay. What do you like to do? Maybe
like
out here.
walking carefully, not to mess up my nice shoes.
Okay, do you follow up to them or go your own way?
I'll fall off.
Gotcha. So you're just kind of like, you're letting them look while you follow along, just kind of like keeping yourself like walking through this trash, maybe a hand in your pocket, just kind of like not wanting to be part of this.
I'm at my
Okay.
place. I grew up in the
Yeah.
sewers. This is a dump.
You're a paladin, right?
I am.
So, you roll perception for me.
I'm not going to drink now.
That's going to be an 18 as well.
You sense something very dark, but
Or with
you are quite far ahead of him, and you've arrived. As you arrive over there, you see there's a large pile of magical items. There's a large machine, conveyor belt. It looks like they go into that machine for some reason. There's also a large pile of magical items that are actually still magical over off to the right, and that's what you were sensing.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to.
I sense like this dark.
Is there?
yeah,
any,
you're like
Is there
80
any?
feet behind.
Yeah, but I'm
Is there
pulling out
anybody?
hands.
There's no one there right now. Yeah, they operate the dump later in the day. You guys are early in the morning.
Okay. Still in more form.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into that pile and look for the 3 things.
All right, roll investigation for me.
Am I like caught in light of white right next to him? Because we have the
Dirty
same
20. 16 plus 4.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
You, as you dive into this pile, what's the thing you're looking for the most at the moment?
Me.
Yeah.
Ever smoking bottle.
Yeah, you.
Ever smoking bottle. Think we're looking for plant material.
you miraculously hear a clink, and you look over, and there's this bottle full of smoke, seemingly exactly what you're looking for.
How big is it?
Not this big. Like a little bigger than a softball. It's got a cork on the top.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay.
And behind that, you see this large red urn that you're looking for. This glass bottle filled with red swirling liquid. It's got seals on it, and I'm gonna have you roll investigation while you're looking at that, just to see what you see.
Just see what it is. So,
Yeah, or perception, whichever.
arcane.
Yeah, or arcane, whichever you prefer. Just kind of as you see it. To see
Well, I'm just going to go arcane because you're asking.
Yeah, just to see what you see when you look at this.
Oh, okay. What do you want it to be? I already rolled. Sorry.
Whichever you prefer.
Let's go with perception. 19.
19. Yeah. You see what look like talismans placed on this. Do you think you would have any history with things like this? Or probably not. With
Growing up in the sewers.
yeah. So you recognize it as a talisman. You don't know what it's for, but both those things you were looking for are right there. And what's the third thing you were looking for?
Any plant material for evidence.
Okay, so you don't see any plants, but you see those two things just in the middle of the pile.
I take the smoking bottle and I grab the iron.
Alright, as you grab it, the pile starts to shift and it pulls away from you and begins to rise up.
Wait, which one? The iron or
Both, along with a large assortment of other items. You also see some cloth kind of slinking through the pile, and standing on top of the pile, this is actually not a monster I made, but this is I believe it's from 3E. You all would see, and I'll post a picture of it, along with a link to where I got the stat sheet, because a different channel actually made this. You all would see this. A creature entirely made of magic items arises out of the pile. On its one shoulder, you see the smoking bottle that you were looking for. You see, it looks like it is held together by magical weapons. There's a helmet where its head would be, gauntlets where its hand would be, boots for that, all woven together by this cloth, and the red urn is right in the center, kind of with magical items covering it.
Would I see this yet? Like, am I?
Yeah, you would see
How
it
tall
rising
is
out of the
this thing?
pile. It's about 5'5". It's
Oh,
not very
so it's
tall.
like a normal.
Yeah, it's the size of a person.
Question: am I still in it?
You are in the pile of junk that it rose out of. It sensed you were reaching for it, and it rose
Yeah.
right up.
Because I was in the pile.
Yeah. Anything in this moment you guys want to do?
If I'm seeing this, as I'm, like,
Disengage.
running up.
Okay, so you try and disengage. You're running towards it.
Oh, I'm running towards it. I'm gonna start swinging.
What are you doing?
No, I read my
You're
No,
like,
I'm next to him.
how fast were you going?
Were you keeping up with me?
Yeah, he was.
How
with
fast
you.
are you? I'm just like 30 feet.
Yeah.
I think I was the one.
Cool. Roll initiative.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
All right. Top of the round is going to be the Grizgold.
The Grizzle. The Grizzly Bear.
All right.
Good luck. I need to find me some plate armor, boys, so I can get that sweet AC of 18.
One magical iron.
Does a 12 hit your AC, dude?
What?
Can you
Does a
stop
12
burping?
hit your AC?
No.
It does
If
not.
you burp again, I'm
All right,
gonna
you are down in this pile still. It doesn't quite see you, but it knows you're down there. And it's just going to take the gauntlet on its hand and just smash directly down into the pile. It just dents and smashes through a ton of the stuff. It does not hit you.
As he does, like as the gauntlet comes down,
Yeah.
I become a donut.
Yeah.
And the fist goes
I got you.
because I'm still in morph form.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I will say, if you would like, where you said you were fleeing before I had you roll initiative, you can leave out of the pile.
okay.
Yeah.
As he does that, I just like and
I got you.
I take
Ooh, yeah.
and I come back to my normal
Do a Balna.
form with my
Oh,
pouch.
we've got a Balna?
I don't, but I'm going to sketch a quick one for this one.
Oh, okay.
I got
This is not a very detailed encounter for the area. So you can continue describing what you're doing while doing this. I'm listening.
as I disengage and I get away from him. I want to go behind it
Okay.
when I disengage, and when I come back into my normal form, my arm is as my sword.
Okay, so you're just
Ready to
ready to
go.
go. Okay. Yeah. 100% allow that. That's fine. These are just swords, various magical items sticking out of the ground. Large pile.
So is stuff falling off of them, or is it like magnetically going?
It looks as if it is an entire creature with things in the place where actual organs, actual limbs would be.
Is this our guy? That guy?
And he is just basically as if someone made cloth for skin. And it's old, ragged, tattered cloth. You see magical scrolls woven into it. You see swords planted into his arms as if bone structure that are snapped in the middle. You see there is what looks like a long rifle making up his spine. There's a helmet on the top. It literally has all of the things a creature would, including magical items and places of parts and things. Like someone has purpose-built a creature with magical items.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, so the Griscoll swipes at you, misses, you hop out, and it's your turn.
That was mine?
Yeah.
I am going to attack. So that is a 15 hit.
15 to hit. What are you hitting it with?
My sword, my arm, my falchion.
Okay, what kind of damage does that do?
Well, it will do slashing, but also psychic.
Okay.
Psionic.
Slashing and psychic, and what did you roll to hit?
15.
15. That exactly hits his AC. You have discovered it.
I thought you was going to fix it say.
What was it? I wasn't paying attention.
Well, that sucks
Dang
for
it! Dang it! You get one clue. So yeah, you hit. How much damage do you do?
Rolling that.
A
So
landslide of dice.
it's only 2 dice.
Oh, it sounded like you threw a lot more than that.
No, 7 plus 8, 15.
You do 15 damage.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah. 15.
So you do 60.
60. I'll take it.
You do 15 damage, and you are within 5 feet, aren't you? You're right up against it.
Oh yeah, I just
Alright.
went underneath it.
So you see some chunks fall off of this thing, and as you do that, a just burst of mold comes out in a 10-foot circumference. And I'm going,
Bonus action, disengage.
well, you're gonna have to, since you were in the range, pass when you hit it, pass a AC of 13. A saving throw of Constitution. I don't know why I said a roll or whatever. 16 saving throw. It's like 13.
Just fix it. You keep getting higher and higher.
It was 13.
Can you make up your mind? What was it?
13.
No, the
Constitution.
Con. That is a 14.
Yeah, you
12
barely
plus 2.
pass. This just choking, noxic mold surrounds you. You slide right
Right.
on
What
down.
kind of is it? Poison?
It's mold.
I know, but was it considered?
Asbestos.
What would it be considered if I breathed it in?
It would be poison, but it has other effects as
I'm
well.
resistant.
So you wouldn't take the poison damage, but you have other
Resistant or
effects, so
immune?
twice let you roll.
I might be resistant or immune because I'm a booze.
Yeah, to the poison part of it. It has multiple. So yeah, I wouldn't make you take the poison damage. Anyway, so yeah, so you bonus action disengaged after you hit it. Anything else you want to do?
No, I get about like without out of its melee.
Okay.
I use my movement to disengage and move back, so it doesn't get opportunity. So I'll say I move 15 feet.
Cool. So yeah, go ahead and move. And Tony.
I am going to use my movement to get within like seeing distance of the creature, and I'm going to take a shot with my pistol.
Okay, go ahead.
My keystone. That's a 18 to hit.
Okay.
You missed.
Did I? 18 to hit hits. Yeah, some damage.
That's a 28. You miss.
Yeah, you were on a 300. Yeah, you missed. That is
Just start fetal position.
10 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Solid. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I do have action surge. But is it once every turn?
Yeah, once every round. Or a turn, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to use action surge. I'm going to shoot again.
Okay.
Ooh,
Nice rolls.
24 to hit.
That definitely hits. How much do you do?
Oh, you missed him.
You said
Yeah, it sounded like he got more AC.
He can. So don't joke about that.
summons more armor to him.
Another 10 damage, so 20 damage total
20
for
damage.
both attacks.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Excellent.
Very nice. You see more falls off. This thing loses an entire arm, just falls off, and you see as it falls off and crumples to the ground from your bullet hitting it, it just scroll falls over here, garment falls over here, sword falls over, and the tip of the sword is poked into a gauntlet. It just looks like a pile of magical stuff.
Where's the smoking bottle and the urn? Has it fallen off?
The shoulder is the smoking bottle. Urn is in its chest.
I know, but has it fallen off?
No, they are still there.
I'm keeping my eyes on them two things.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
I'll let you know. I'll keep my mind on that if you're gonna keep doing that. Yeah. Okay. Balthramar, what do you do?
So, Balthramar, he's got his axe in his right hand, and then he's just going to almost like an anime pose. He's just going to hold his axe back and point his finger out, and he's gonna go, "By the might of Akino, feel my wrath," and I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
I have to hit his AC. Yeah, it's 120 feet. So,
Yeah, you're within range.
Roll for me.
come on, baby. That's going to be a 1 second.
Gosh, man, be ready.
14.
A 14. Yeah, that misses. I don't know why I said yeah. That misses. Barely. Anything else you do on your turn?
I don't know.
Also, do you want to describe what that attack looks like? Because I don't know if you've used it before.
So, this guiding bolt, you see this, the tips of my axe, they kind of they shine this bright gold, and then the energy from the axe goes through my axe into my hand, around through my chest, and then out my finger,
Yeah.
and it looks like just this giant ray of light just coming out and going.
Right. As it flies at it, you see its left arm's already missing. It just kind of sees it and just sidesteps a little bit while twitching.
Yeah.
And the beam just goes right past it, and then it just resumes the stance it had before.
Stink.
I guess I don't have an. I'm gonna use my movement to just kind of come around it.
And is that the end of your turn?
Unfortunately, yes.
Alright. It is going to be the Grizgul's turn. You will see on its right thigh there is a magical scroll just sort of stitched into the fabric. All the letters on the magical scroll are going to light up, and that is over there. Is that Tony and Goo?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or
Tony,
yeah.
so Tony and Goo, he is going to. You see the just fire shoot all the way up through its remaining arm, and it goes like this. And now I'm going to roll to hit. Actually,
No.
you do a dexterity saving throw, and the score you have to beat is 13.
Fail.
Nice, you suck.
I got a 2.
What was it? Wait, what?
13.
Dex save?
Yes.
That's 17.
Alright, so you dodge it, you do not, and you are going to take 3d6 plus 2. Alright. You take 13 damage. What it has just done is it has consumed, and you see as it does this, the scroll just turns to ash. It has just cast a weakened form of fireball from a old scroll. And you see just,
Fireball?
yeah, it just turned right to ash. So yeah, you just got caught in a fiery explosion, and you take that damage.
And I just dodge out of the way.
Yep.
Fireball.
You, barely dodged it.
It's a wizard time. Fireball.
Oh wait, no, you take half
I
as
take
much.
half.
So yeah, so 6, 7, 8, 9.
Am I in that range?
Just go.
You take 6 damage.
Am I in that range?
You are not.
Oh.
You moved around it, or otherwise it would hit all 3.
I'm built different.
Yeah. But yeah, you do see the scroll just dissipate. And that is now Gusto.
But now you can't use that anymore.
You-
I want to, if he's the same height as us, I want to run up.
Okay, go ahead.
And with my falchion, stick the blade.
Yeah.
Under the smoking, try to get it out. I want that thing.
Roll the hit.
He really wants this bottle.
Well, that's 15 plus 6. 21.
20.
20 to 1. So
Good math, though. Yeah, so 21 hit definitely hits. How much you do?
Oh, yeah. Right, I have to roll that.
I thought you were trying to get it off.
Yeah, you gotta roll damage sometimes, dude.
Yeah, but you're not damaging. You're just trying to.
Ouch!
14. 9 plus 5.
14. Nice.
Technically, you are like taking the shoulder off of him.
So I like want to run up.
Jump.
Have you ever seen Troy, the movie,
Yes.
where he runs up and sticks the blade? That's what I want to kind of do, and then like get the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, so with that roll, you get under, you pop it up, it rolls off and goes down the pile and just bounce. Rolls
Go
off. Okay, yeah, you can go after
My
it.
movement. All my movement.
So first, you are going to have to roll a Constitution save from the spores of mold that have just come out of it when you stab it with the sword. So that's what happens when it takes slashing damage.
What was it? What
13.
Can I say?
Constitution.
That is a 7.
Okay, you did not pass.
You failed?
I need
Yeah.
my other book
But you cough up a little blood and you start bleeding. And
Will do.
you take 2 damage. And then it is going to get an opportunity attack where you were chasing the bottle away.
Bonus action, disengage.
Gosh.
Yeah,
This is why DMs hate roads, because they ruin
roads are beautiful.
But yeah, you are still bleeding.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, and you take your 2 damage.
You have no
And
choice.
yeah, you run after it, and
I have a natural resistance to acid and poison.
yeah, you don't take the poison damage part of it, but you are still going to take the bleeding respiratory.
Okay, that's
effect.
fine.
It has 2 effects.
I was just telling you.
You're good.
So 2?
And yeah, it is now Tony.
I'm going to fire another shot.
Fire away.
I want to hit this thing.
Oh, you want to move yourself down to the bottom of the pile?
Where did it go?
Back that way behind you.
So this way?
There you go.
That is a 22.
And you
I'm
have
hitting the table again.
Yeah.
I thought next round.
That's a 19 to
You
hit.
can pick it up next round. But you've got it.
So
Yeah,
19.
19 hits. What are you doing damage wise?
10 damage. Action surge, fire again. 18 to hit.
Yep. How much?
Y'all are rolling so good.
7 damage, so 17 total. And then I'm going to use my movement to.
You fire one shot and it kind of slumps over. You fire another shot, its leg falls off and it slumps to the ground. And it is now prone on the ground, but sort of lifted up a little bit with its one arm.
Nice.
Is it holding a weapon?
It is weapons.
Yeah.
Balthramar, it is your turn.
I'm gonna say he's gonna look, he's gonna go, you may have bested me once, pile of junk, but not the second time. And I'm gonna try to cast Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
I just really want to hit this thing with Guiding Bolt.
I say under my breath, your brain is a pile of junk. At least in the day.
What do you got?
Now one.
Actually, I'll let you roll with advantage because it'll be easier to hit where it's on the
No.
ground.
I'm spinning another one. I'm not rolling the natural one.
No, you had advantage, so you can roll. You can roll this thing.
Hey, don't tell him now. What'd you get?
You got another nat one.
Okay, I did tell you had advantage.
How is that even possible?
Hey, calm down. You have advantage.
Yeah, so you get to roll
Roll
one.
again.
Yeah. Well, I'll say you have advantage on the second one, so what do you got?
Nat 20.
What's your
Yeah.
highest? Nat 20?
Yeah.
Alright, how much damage does that do?
And it's
You
critical.
can
Double
roll
or
it.
nothing.
Hey, let me have my own reactions. Thank you very much.
Pretty. I'm glad you cashed that in, even though I gave you advantage.
I know,
really sad.
So, with a natural 20, I do,
It's a range of reactions.
I know, it was like a roller coaster in that whole 10 seconds.
I do 4d6 of radiant damage.
Yeah, roll that
I
bad
can't
boy.
wait to do your campaign. Yeah. Which one?
And with my paladin, I forget exactly what it's called. My fighting style, my great weapons fighting. If I roll a 1 or a 2, I get to re-roll. Oh. Come on,
On your hits.
On his damage dog.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's 1 6 and 3 4s.
How do you want to do this? I'm even going to make you do the math. He only had 10.
I just want to know. What's okay?
How much did you
He did 18.
What's going to be rolled?
18 times 2.
Yeah.
So
32.
So 32 damage.
36.
You definitely destroy it. I'm going to have you do two things. One, I'm going to have you roll to hit, and I want you to tell me how you do this.
Roll the hit?
Yeah, this is separate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've killed it either way.
Ha! I did more damage than you. I did 37.
Natural 1.
What the crap? Alright, tell me how you do this.
Dice Joe.
Don't worry, that was separate. You've killed it either way.
So he goes, Balthramar, he holds his axe up and he goes, "You bested me once, not again." And you see this light come from Aquino's blade, travels through my arm, across my chest, and out my finger, and just this, like, almost blinding, like Tony would kind of have to, squint and shield his eyes a little bit as this massive ray of almost pure sunlight comes out of the end of my finger and just obliterates him.
Yeah, so you just see chunks of magical items flying everywhere. The scrolls are burning up. The cloth is gone. You've just turned it to ash. Chunks are flying everywhere. Magical items going willy-nilly, and you just hear... And it just falls over.
Turn off the light! Yeah, I'm in my stance, and then I just go...
But you hit the magical seals on the jar, and they turn to ash as well.
God, man, you're gonna burn
With an extra 1?
Yeah. So you just... The jar's still there. It's on the ground. It's in a pile of magical items, but there are no seals on it now. What do you guys do? You're out of initiative. Oh, and you have your jar.
It's put in my bag of holding.
Nice.
Wait,
Your purse of holding?
the seal on the vial's like broken?
But no, it's still shut. There was magical talismans on the side, and he burnt those away.
Yeah, they're gone now.
So yeah, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna,
We're screwed.
I'm gonna walk over
Yeah.
to it, and I'm gonna, pick it up. I'm just gonna look at it.
All right.
There's still a cork on it?
Yeah, there's still a cork on it, and it's still tied with ropes. A face slams against the glass, a wispy face, and then pulls away.
I go, huh? I go, this looks like... I'm gonna go, look, we have a pet now. Listen.
And what's his name?
Okay, so yeah, that face slams against it. You say that, and then one of the ropes goes pops.
I take out 50 feet of hempen rope, and I start tying that hoe.
Okay, the more you're tying it, the more ropes. And you see hands rubbing against the glass, and you see more ropes popping.
Oh no, the seal.
Hang on, do I have anything that I can do as a paladin?
Do any of the rest of you want to do anything?
I yell out to the guards. And
Oh, yeah, no, continue.
I yell out to the guards, and I'm like,
We seem to have an issue here. Can we get some backup? Is this a creature?
It's just the jar of souls.
I'm trying to find out if you don't know. You can't tell just from looking
do I
at
have to roll anything?
it. Say what?
Do I have to roll anything?
Yeah.
No, you just holler for them, and you hear some more hollering off in the distance. I'll have you roll perception for me.
I want to go Arcana check and see if I know.
Please do.
Perception?
Yeah. 14.
Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you will see when this monster fell over, its spine was actually a long rifle, and it slides down the hill quite a ways. And yeah, you see a rifle that slid down the hill.
I quickly grab it and try to hit it.
Right, yeah, you walk over and pick it up. You can add it to your sheet if you want. It is a long rifle. It does 2d8 piercing, and it has a range of 80 over 240. And what it looks like is, you know the old World War II kind of car 98K rifles? You know, you load a couple bullets in the top, and then you shoot, and the clip pops out, and ding! It's one of those. And it has...
Oh, it's one of those?
Yeah, it has 8 rounds where you have to reload, that it can load at once, and 80/240, 2d8 damage. No, 2d10.
Why ignore the reloading properties? Come on.
Gotcha. Yeah, so 80/240 is your range. It's two-handed, and 2d8 piercing. So yeah, it's more damage and much longer range. So
I want to attempt to take out my priest's pack.
Yeah.
And I want to try to make another seal.
okay, yeah, roll Arcana for me.
Because I'll use my divinity.
I rolled a 14 to see if there's a way. But I'm not proficient.
Yeah, you're not really sure what this is. You just know it doesn't look good, giving you creeps.
Is it considered a musket?
No,
It's a
more
rifle.
Yeah. No, go back to your thing.
I basically just flavor texted a hunting rifle
Yeah.
and gave it a clip size. So yeah, you...
I rolled another natural 1. I don't know how this is possible. That is 4 natural 1s.
You start making a seal, and as far as you can tell, it's actually coming out right. And you see the face slams against the glass again, goes, and then you see a hand against the glass. Your whole kit lights on fire.
My whole
Kit-
priest pack?
yeah, and the seal's ash, and another rope snaps.
I'm about to chug this thing. I don't want to say it right here. I'm about to
Okay.
punt it.
Yeah, go ahead, do what you're gonna do.
Um,
You got 2 ropes left. Last one's kind of starting to go.
oh no.
All right, that one snaps. 1 rope left.
I throw it.
Right, you throw it. It hits the ground about 30 yards away and shatters, and just a red cloud of smoke comes out, and you hear a voice go,
Who has released me?
Balthramar kind of like squares his shoulders. He goes,
It is I, Balthramar, the great, the mighty.
he goes,
I like you.
he reaches down towards you, and you just see this wispy hand coming out of this cloud, and do you do anything?
yeah, I'm gonna, like, I don't want to be touched.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, like,
How tall is it?
It's just a big red cloud.
Oh, it's just the.
Yeah, there is no physical form.
Okay.
You just see a face and hands and red
Well,
mist.
that's what
I'm gonna-
you said.
I'm gonna pull out-
I have 30 wishes!
I'm gonna pull out my holy symbol and just hold it in my hand and axe ready.
He goes,
You're one of those.
he reaches down into the dump, and he pulls out what looks like a little sun, and he goes,
Your reward for releasing me.
and he lets go of it and just sticks to your axe. Your axe is now powered up. It does 1 more point of radiant damage per hit. Yeah, just sticks to it, just integrates into it. It looks more elaborate now, as if something that was missing that you never noticed in the engravings is there.
Huh.
And it just looks at you all for a second and then starts to fly away. Just like kind of like a Dementor, you know, like the cloud of smoke, but it's like a violet, red, crimson color.
I yell out, wait, can I make a wish?
It does 1 more radiant.
Not that kind of spirit.
Oh.
It does 1 more radiant damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Because it's already +1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
+2
that'd
now.
be +2.
I'm gonna write on the card.
So,
Well, it's
anything
pencil.
you guys do?
I'm just standing there at all because I don't know what just happened.
Okay, yeah, flies off. It's gone.
What's your name?
Dude, you yell and ask him what its name is? Okay.
So I look back at the
Well,
others.
if he's
and
more than 30 feet, all he will hear is "I am goo."
I look back at the others and I'm like,
I have absolutely no idea what just happened.
You release a demon.
As you see it leaving, you get a really bad sense with your detect good and evil.
since good and evil, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
this was one of the most evil things you ever.
I feel in the pit of my stomach that I made a grave mistake.
Okay.
And I go, oh no. And I look back at the others and I'm like,
I think we may be in trouble.
I think
And
it'd be a good idea to run.
a bunch of guards rush in. Alexander's there, and he goes, "What's the matter?"
The monster escaped from bottle.
Cloud.
What?
Cloud monster
explain. I walk up.
Yeah.
My bag of holding is hidden.
Yeah, they're not worried about that at all. They saw a giant red cloud and heard screaming.
So I go, we came to look for the jar, like we were supposed to.
We found it.
We found it in the center of this magical being that just stood up out of the junk and started attacking us.
We had reports of that, but they were not taken seriously. We thought the men just needed more sleep.
No, it's very much real.
Balthramar over here
I kick a pile of ash and I'm like, I did this.
He's like,
used his lightning light.
We destroyed the creature that was like the
He
armor.
burned the seals or whatever was
burned.
on the side,
He goes,
and this thing came out.
he goes, this is not good. What did it look like?
It was like an evil genie.
I'm gonna.
Gee.
He goes. Balthramar goes. Have you ever seen Aladdin? No, okay.
Don't know what you're referring to.
He's like, he's just gonna
This
walk
is
up to the
Aladdin.
guard and put his hand on his shoulder, and then he's gonna lean and he's gonna go. I have made the biggest mistake of my entire life. That was the most foul, evil thing I've ever witnessed.
We tried to stop it, but the ropes kept breaking, so we don't know what happened.
Without the seals,
I
it was
tried
too
to make
powerful,
another
it would be
seal.
contained.
You see they have a cleric in the group along with them, back behind them, in guard uniform. He looks like a younger guy. He's holding his staff. He's got a book on his hip. And he walks up to the remains and starts inspecting them. And he just starts screaming. And he goes and he picks up the jar, and he's just freaking out. Alexander runs up to him and goes, "What is it? What is it?" And he holds up a little remaining piece of one of the seals. And he goes, "This is a seal for binding a lich."
Oh,
And he
no.
passes out.
Oh no.
So, what you all have just done is a Grisgold is powered by a phylactery, and the lich is held captive inside. So you freed the lich. And
There's no we.
he freed the lich. So yeah, you've let out a lich. Alexander goes, "This is not good. Don't tell anyone. I will report this. We don't need a panic."
I go.
We can fix this, right?
I
He goes-
kind of like I hang my axe back up and I go. Surely this won't come back to bite us.
Yeah, he goes, "I just need you all to go. Just whatever you were doing, go do something else."
We can fix this, right?
He goes, "That is not your job." And
Like, whoever's 30 feet,
Yeah.
I want to say, we have more questions than answers.
With
as do I.
we
Pile of sludge.
we continue to have more questions, but I believe this is my destiny. I was given the gift from Nama herself, and I will
Is there
hunt this
music
down.
playing in the background right
I
now?
don't believe you at all. But like, yeah, it's like the sun just being shining.
Like
I guess a sunbeam.
inspiration.
A light beam from a very well lit lantern cast behind you like a sunbeam.
I hold my hand and I cast light.
There you go.
There's
We'll
this
do that.
ball of light above me.
And
I'm
singing,
just-
and he just shakes his head. He doesn't believe you at all.
This is my destiny.
Goose just sitting there like this, like just so disappointed. Goes,
This is all your
we
fault.
need to fix this.
Did anyone take? He took damage, right?
Yeah.
And then I go over to him and I'm like, "This is our destiny." And I put my forehead I kind of like smush my head into his like what would be his head, and then I want to use.
So actually,
I
you're,
would
you're
use
pushing my hat in.
yeah. I would like put like you know how like someone would like put their forehead to someone else's forehead. I want to kind of do that, but since you're goo, it just kind of goes. And I want to use lay on hands, and I want to heal him.
Okay. Yeah.
I was
So, however,
So uncomfortable.
I can use it's 5 plus my paladin level, so 8.
Okay.
Sweet.
Take 8 point, heal 8 points of damage back, and I go.
Did you just heal him with lay hands, or did you heal him with Dawn's Grace?
No, just lay on hands,
Okay.
and it'll cure any minor disease that he has too.
Gotcha. Okay.
From the spores.
Okay. So yeah, you heal him for that amount.
And then I'm like, it is not just my destiny, and I go,
It is our destiny.
What about me?
You see the cleric sits up again, and he just starts going, the lich is free, the lich is free, the lich is free. He goes, I need to handle this. I'm going to have to ask you all to go. I'm afraid your permit does not permit you anymore. And he picks the cleric up, throws him over his shoulder, still screaming, and they start walking out.
We're terribly
I guess.
sorry.
Well, it's not really our.
Yeah, he also takes a handful of the glass shards from the jar. The top of the jar is still there. A little bit of one of the burnt seals is there, and he leaves.
I guess we follow him because there's only one way in, one way out, right?
Okay, yeah, so you guys go ahead and leave. That's all you're going to do here?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
They're not paying attention to the thing. We can try
Okay,
to show
yeah,
them.
so they leave. As they go out, they go back into the main building over here. What do you all do?
I kind of want to talk to what's his name, the big guy.
Balthramar's friend.
Alexander.
Alexander.
Yeah, okay, he's about to walk into the church with this cleric screaming over his shoulder.
Oh, so we're
at the church, this building right
I
here.
think so.
This guard post.
Oh, we can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just showing you guys things.
Well, we can't see it. The TV turned off.
Again.
This is multiple levels of... But they're going back into that main building that basically polices this area and monitoring it. You're welcome to try and go speak to him right now if you want.
Yeah, I want to go up.
Where we at?
All right.
Right
Just-
here, going towards this.
Okay.
I want to be like, all right, just to, we were given this. I was like, he knows Frank, right?
Yeah.
I want to go up to him and try to explain everything so I can get some information out of him.
Okay.
I want to go up and tell him, all right, we went to the mines. Long story short, I tell him the whole mining situation.
Yeah.
The golem. We're missing Frank. Philip gave us this assignment. Philip went to look for Frank. But
Okay.
we found more plants. And I'm going to tell him about the werewolf guy.
Okay. For brevity
Also
sake,
tell him, yeah,
so
that's what I say for
So
some
it's
reason.
very long.
Tell him that we
backstory.
think Frank's
Yeah,
just like
the whole time this guy's just squirming. He's like, "Would you hold on?" and just like whips him a little bit. And the guy stops screaming, and he goes, "Officially, I cannot look into these claims." He goes, "But I will look into these. You tell no one.
You said,
Do not mention the Lich. I will report this. This will stay with the God. We don't need the church getting in a tizzy and getting the entire community up in arms.
So,
Will not go well."
so Goo doesn't have a mouth, but he
Yeah.
does this.
Yes. I see you understand.
Also, we think that Frank was attacked and kidnapped.
if you just see my friend Frank, let me know.
Yes. I see. I would look into that, but I'm afraid I have a more pressing
Yeah.
matter.
And as you say that, you
No.
kind of just see Balthramar, like, huge in the corner, and he's just kind of, like, looking down, like, kicking the dirt, like a child who knows that he's in trouble.
He goes, I advise you to look into your friend and leave this to me.
Agreed.
I look at him,
Goo goes, agreed.
I look at him, and I go,
Why did I sound
Should you ever call upon me, I will answer.
Shut up.
I will only answer your call, Alexander.
He goes,
Okay, boy band.
you're a good man, but you're starting to creep me out a little bit. But he goes, you're still fabulous. And he flexes.
I go, right back at you. Boom!
I feel a bromance going on.
He goes on inside with the guy. What do you guys do now? You're
I guess.
out back here.
We'll go back to, I guess, Phil
yeah,
and report
Go meet
what
up with
just
him.
happened.
Right.
If he's there.
we have to report it?
How long has it been?
Or do you want
Like
to
that whole
Up to you.
situation?
It's been a couple hours. Anywho, so do you guys go back at this point, or you said you're not sure if you want to tell?
Tell what?
You said you have to report it. Are you wanting to or not?
Well, to Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, to him. That's it. But
he
if he's
was-
there,
We might not be able to play.
Yeah,
He was the one.
yeah. You can go look for him if you want. See if he's back.
is that what y'all want to do?
Okay. Yeah. So for brevity's sake, we will
Just
say
trudge on back.
you head back, head through here. You still have your paperwork. However, it's no longer valid to go there, but you can show where you're coming from, what's going on. They did not check you all for see if you're smuggling out magical items because they were definitely not worried. You see guards running around, kind of doing various different things.
Keep my long rifle.
Church acts normal as you go past. The guards, a little frenzied. You can tell the reports are spreading fast. So yeah, you come down here, go this way. and you head to the office to meet Philip, I assume. Anything along the way? Or head straight there?
Before we straight there.
Yeah, straight there. But before we go in,
Yeah.
I want to check and see, like, the outer door. I know I checked the inside, but the outer door wasn't like arched open. Like any evidence?
It looks completely normal as you look at it.
Then
It's a very beat up door anyway.
okay.
But yeah, as you guys go in, do you go in?
Yeah.
Alright, you see Philip is very frantically going through things on his desk. He seems a bit frenzied as well. But yeah, he does not immediately take notice of you. He's quickly filing things. It looks like he's... What was that?
Oh, you
Press is kicking the light.
I was like, this is dramatic.
Dun, dun.
What do you do as you see him?
I'll walk up, like,
Yeah.
What did you send us for?
He goes, we had an investigation. We believed the Scarlet Rose had something of value at the dump. Frank wanted me to look into it while he was with you all. I tracked it down to the dump, and I sent you for it, but he said, I don't have time for that now. He says, I have a lead on Frank. And you see he's getting weapons out of his desk, and he's getting ready to go, basically.
Alright, we need Frank, so where is he? I don't tell him anything, I just wanted to ask that question.
You don't tell him anything. Okay, he's going to tell you there is a cave off to the edges of the Dirkholm districts, similar to the direction you all came from, off near the shore. And I have an informant in the city says last they saw him in the district, he was headed that way.
Let's go.
Agreed.
Yeah. Do you all tell him anything about?
No.
I don't say a freaking word.
Okay.
It's like, I just want to ask to see if he had any information.
Cool. Yeah. So you guys, I guess, head on out. He's rushing you at this point.
Oh yeah, like we're running with him.
He's not like full on running, but he's quickly walking. He's quickly looking down alleyways as he's walking, and he goes, "Keep your wits about you. I want to make sure we're not followed." And
27 for stealth.
Okay.
You on your roll?
He looked around. He does not see anyone. He looks back at you guys. He goes, "I don't see anyone right now. I think we're safe. I've been very careful up to this point, but I'm very concerned."
I'm staying close to him, but very sneaky.
Did you two do anything?
What do you are?
I'm just following.
Yeah. Cool.
If you're trying to be stealthy, roll stealth. If not, if you're just running with him.
I don't think it's kind of hard to hide a 9-foot glowing boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll with disadvantage.
So you guys come back up. You're headed through here.
12. Wait, with plus my stealth?
Are we all?
I probably have no stealth modifiers.
Oh yeah. You guys want to all stop?
Oh, I do!
See? Do you want to communicate that to Philip?
This is a
I mean,
15.
he said he's being cautious. That's why
we
I
would say
rolled.
keep your eyes about looking for things.
I want a perception.
I have a 27.
Like, I'll just look
stealth.
around.
Okay, what do you get?
For
Yeah, you're hidden.
for stealth, I rolled a 15, but for perception,
I'll roll perception. Yeah, I'll roll. I guess.
You guys see anything?
Oh, she's doing me good, baby.
That's
18.
15.
That's a 15.
You guys don't see anything. It seems like the only people around right now are you all, minus the occasional people in this alley going into a shop. One of the few that remain. So you guys start heading down this way, and I imagine you're probably keeping on your guard. You see one of the blimps going overhead from the guard. You see general people doing their things. The guards have their spotlights on, and they're just searching throughout the city. Overhead, these spotlights are coming down from the blimp, illuminating areas. They look like they're looking for something right now. And you all make your way through here. You get to the guards district at this point. They're marching, shuffling, they're organizing them into groups. You would see the archer from earlier. She's got a platoon, she runs past you. They are seemingly moving with purpose and running off this way toward the church. You guys would go around here, assuming you're not wanting to do anything else, and this would be the gate you come to get there because it is the closest. Is that where you guys are headed? So,
Yeah.
Following Philip? Okay. So Philip leads you through here, you get to the check, he presents a badge and some paperwork, and they're a little apprehensive at first. They say, this is not a good time, we're shutting down the gates. And he goes, this is official business, see? And he holds up the badge, he explains that we're looking into something very time sensitive for an investigation into a missing person. And he goes, you can pass. They open the gate, let you all through. Philip is very frantic. He's normally cool, collected, just kind of typing away, working, going about things. He does not seem that way right now. And
They're like locking on the entire
roll insight.
Ooh.
Inside?
Yeah. And at this point, you guys will be walking along these tracks. A path by these tracks here.
Don't film me now, dude.
Heading up this way towards the ocean. 3 and 3?
14.
14. Yeah, Philip seems very frantic right now. But you guys, doesn't seem suspicious at all. Nothing seems out of place. He seems very worried, genuinely. So, you all get to the beach. You can see there's these towers, there's a dock. Philip's going to lead you along this way. Over here, you would see a large dwarven keep. This is actually the citadel where the head of the Durkholm clan lives. Very large building, very huge statues. You see there's one of the sentry guards around them. If you guys aren't going up there, you just sort of go along the beach, go to the back, and you're going off into this section. You all see a cave near the ocean, and there seemingly is a structure within the cave. He goes, "This is the place here," and you see it's a very old, very rundown building. There's no lighting. It's very, very dimly lit from outside, just flickering lights coming in from the ships passing. And at this point, you would see it's a large stone building crumbling a bit with a large wooden door, 2 big, huge handles, door knockers. But other than that, there's no markings. It's just a big, big rundown old building.
Is there any footprints leading into the building?
There are about 5 sets of footprints going in. And 2 leaving. So, do you do anything, or do you just follow him as he approaches this building?
So, is this where we're meant to go in?
Yes, you see, they said he was seen around this area. He said something about an old building. This is the only structure in the area. Unless you go into the water, and he didn't get on a boat. No one saw him at the docks.
Did they see him with a group of people?
No, they said he was by himself, which is alarming. As he looks down, he says, "But the footprints would suggest otherwise." He says, "I suggest keep your wits about you."
He said he was with us in the mine. Then he said after he got hit, he needed to go rest.
He didn't say anything about investigating something further
No.
about this cave?
He said,
Do you think maybe he hid something from you, or was looking into this? And why would he look into this on his own? I know he's a bit of a lone wolf character, but he's not the one to leave behind hired help.
either that or the people in the red
was telling
robes
the
were taken, or they took him.
You think they took him? What makes you think that?
That's what we were looking into.
We've been looking into the red robes,
Because the stone.
See.
and almost every time we look into them further, someone goes missing.
That's a dangerous game to play in there, he says. And he goes, "Well, are any of you good at Arcana?"
I am.
He goes, "This door seems to be shrouded. Do you see it?"
No, I am.
And I'll have you roll Arcana check for me.
I'm not good at Arcana.
I
I was gonna say,
have a +2 in intelligence.
There's a
You're
bold
both
face.
welcome to roll.
The bold face lie, but I rolled a 15.
He goes, do you
Get right, I'm better than you.
You
I punch him
actually
in the face.
see there seems to be like a hazy barrier across this building, kind of sealing it shut. He goes, "Seems to be some kind of dark magic. Do y'all have any idea what to do here? I'm not well versed in these. I can see it, but I don't know what to do."
I want to take out the strange book of runes,
All right. Doesn't do anything.
and I want to try to. Can I attune to it?
Yeah, you can try and tune to it. It'd take about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Any of the rest of you want to do anything during this? Try anything with this building?
Kind of trying to
So can we see the aura?
Do you know that they're talking about it? You gotta try and roll Arcana check if you want to
Oh,
see it.
to see it.
Yeah.
I thought they were rolling.
Can I roll?
You can roll also to see if you know, but actually just roll Perception to see if you see it. Make that a little easier. You're going to be able to roll Arcana again to see if you can see anything about it.
2. No.
13.
Okay, yeah, you can see it. Roll Perception for me.
Now, wow. Oh my god.
Okay, so it just looks like a building to you, but as you get closer and kind of get near it, you think, and you can see just a shimmer red barrier. Do any of you want to try anything?
I mean, after I try to attune to this book.
Okay. So we'll fast forward 10 minutes and say you're tuned to the book while you guys are just kind of looking around, inspecting this barrier. Roll another check if you want of any kind. Just let me know what you're doing, what you're going for. You would just hear a voice say, "When the time comes, the book will open." And then nothing happens.
There you go.
That's all you get from attuning
There
to
you
it.
Well, that didn't work.
I'm just gonna walk up to the barrier and try to smite it.
Roll to hit.
I was gonna say I was gonna get rocked off the ground.
Okay. You can do that while he's attuning. So yeah, roll to hit with the rock.
Can I make another Arcana check?
We'll have both of yours happen before he hits, since he.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
To just pick up a little pebble and throw at the barrier because I want to see what it does.
You see a little flame, and the rock falls off.
So,
It looks burnt.
13.
13. What were you rolling for?
Arcana.
Yeah, you see it now. After he hits it with the rock, you see a little pulse, and then you can kind of make out a faint violet red shimmer. All right, roll to hit for me. If that's what you're doing after you see this rock hit it.
Yeah, 8.
8. You sort of swipe and you hit the air where you thought it was. It's a little further ahead. You didn't hit it. You just swung at the air. What do you do now?
I want to look at it. And I'm just
What if Philip goes, what are you thinking for? What's the idea?
Breaking it down.
No, like, what if it's not by force, but passively? Like, you need to walk through it like it's not even that.
He goes, interesting. I'm not going to try, but you're welcome to try, Sword. Yeah, you can try it if you want. So yeah, just walk through it.
Yeah, like
Slow. Roll Constitution save.
crisp as a fry.
Imagine.
I could.
14.
14. You see little singes on him as he walks, and he just walks through it, and it just kind of singes him a bit. And he's on the other side.
I sprint through it. I try to sprint.
All right, if you go through it, roll a con save.
He's gonna go. One is gonna doom.
Philip's like, well, that's unexpected, and he just sort of takes a step through as well. He passes, but you're sprinting, so we're gonna see what happens with you first.
15.
15, you pass.
19.
Yeah, so you all pass, you walk through, it just sort of singes you, and you feel like a very warm sensation, as if you have a fever, as it passes over you, and then you're fine. You're on the inside.
I go, reminds me of the sun.
You're welcome.
Alright, so he goes, well, I'm not sure what that was, and he turns back and puts his hand on it, and it's completely solid. You see, boom. He's like, well, I believe we may have cooked our goose here, boys.
We're in for the long haul, that's for sure.
Well, you see this massive door. What do you do?
It's like,
Alright, I understand. I'll lead the way.
then I take the front.
Alright, so you walk up to the door. Do you try anything when you're there?
No, you rolled one.
I try to just push it open.
Yeah, it just pushes right up. You see a long, dark corridor, and all of a sudden you see a red light. Another red light. In 2 sets. All the way down.
Red stealth immediately.
Alright, you try and hide. Go ahead and roll stealth for me.
Alright, roll 18 plus.
Man, this road.
I knew it.
I'm double proficient in stealth.
It's like,
It's called expertise.
I go,
So roads.
I wonder every time I'm like, I wonder what Dalton's gonna do.
I told you.
Hi.
I told you.
It's
it was
upside
the red
down.
cloaks.
Look, you can take damage. I can't.
This is the room you enter. You guys would all be at the carpet at the front. You see the red lights of the chandeliers that are turning on in the middle. They're the kind of star shape there. As they turn on, you see that some of them are cracked, so they don't all turn on, so it's very dimly red lit. There's bones laying about. There's a putrid stench in the air of rot and decay. There's a massive wall at the back. Seems like it's moving a little bit. And the room's entirely empty.
I'm hidden, so
Okay.
I'm in the shop.
You're hidden. What do you two do?
I slowly and carefully walk, looking for any traps or anything, so I watch the step.
Philip, entirely confident, walks up the aisle and over near the throne. So he's all the way over there while you guys are kind of slowly creeping in.
I'm staying along the wall hidden.
Okay. Anything you guys want to do in this room while you're here?
I just want to look around, see if there's anything foul or unbecoming.
No, I don't see
The entire room is foul. I see the dead bodies and bones everywhere.
You see Philip walks around toward the back, and he's just going to reach down, and it looks like he's grabbing at something behind that throne. He's going to say, well, look what I found here. He drags Frank, completely tied up, gagged, still hurt, back behind the chair, and pulls him out a little bit to where you guys can see him both. And at that point, it's a trap.
I told you it was the red cloaks, and then also.
I say I'm gonna be kind of here.
I told you it was the red cloaks.
I was moving against the wall slowly and stuff.
Who dare enter?
As Philip is standing there, you expect to see him maybe untie Frank. You expect to see him maybe help Frank. Instead, he kicks him. And he turns around towards you all, and you see a circle of flames around him on the ground. And the same effect you saw before when you were walking through the barrier just starts rising up around him. At this point, he entirely changes appearance. He no longer looks like this meek kind of a person that's just assistant that is just helping. He no longer seems absent-minded as before. Now, as you look at him, he has sort of a menacing look on his face. He stands up a little bit taller, and you'll see his clothes actually change. He's now wearing a black suit with red accents. It's got a large patch right here with a symbol on it that you wouldn't recognize. But it's got a face on it with horns. And you see he goes like this, and a top hat pops up. He puts it on his head, and he goes...
Is he that can't be named?
You see a black shadowy hand seems to come out like claws from under the organ and starts pressing the keys. And organ music fills the room. And 4 figures step out from behind the pillars in crimson robes.
Terrified. You dirty little backstabbing liar.
He's been on to us from the start.
By the power of the mind, you will feel my wrath.
You copied my color scheme. Take off that red tie now. I donned it first.
You see one of the... Now, Philip will walk around to the throne. Sorry, I forgot to move him. So he's standing right in the middle there. And, yeah, Frank's just laying back there. One of the cultists is going to call out and say, Dark Lord Drakan, are these the sacrifices? And he goes,
Sacrifice?
Yes. And he goes, you see, I needed something powerful. Someone with magical power for a sacrifice. I thought Frank would be enough, but it doesn't seem like he was. And as he says this, the wall behind him that sort of looked fleshy before, you see eyes open up all over it. There is a giant skull with horns at the top of what looks like a stone doorway in the middle of all of this. You see a purple glow starts to go around that doorway. And I'll have everyone roll initiative now.
Oh, come on, baby.
This is all your fault.
My goodness. Why'd you have to be magical, you dumb brute?
I didn't pause it. Okay, so, Balthramar, you are at the top of the order. What do you do?
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
For a change.
About time.
You're the sacrifice, so you get to go first. So,
Take me.
first thing that I want to do, at 3rd level, I can make a creature that I can see frightened of me.
Okay, who are you trying to frighten?
I'm gonna try to frighten just one of the little lackeys, like one of the little robes.
Okay, yeah.
Probably this one.
Is it any...
He has to pass a wisdom save of 13.
He rolled a 12.
Oh, yes! So I just look at it. I look at him and my eyes flash. I can't remember. It's not on my my electronic sheet, but I do have a a certain feature that my Asmir race lets me have. Let me bust this bad boy out. Yeah, I have so radiant consumption kicks in since I'm the first in initiative, and my eyes just go and they light up like as bright as the sun, and I just look at this one and I go,
Are you sure this is what you want to do with your life?
He goes,
not anymore. So now that he is frightened of me, he cannot willingly move towards me or attack me unless he breaks the save.
Are we
on his
doing
next turn.
for the movement squares? Is it every like 2x2?
Is he with my divine sense? What is this man a fiend or anything or any of these in here? Fiend or undead?
what exactly quantifies a fiend?
Like,
Imp.
Gotcha.
No, them are devils.
Are fiends Terraconic stuff?
I don't know.
If you detect good or evil, you would sense. Cut off.
Anything from like the under, like the non-hells would be abyssal, fiend, undead, necro. All of them are from down below.
Any malicious, otherworldly creatures within the Dungeons and Dragons universe.
This is very much, most definitely, from him at least, here, I'm gonna get back over here so I'm not wandering around. This is a very strong draconic presence from him. You don't sense anything from the cultists. They're just...
The vast majority of
draconic.
fiends are either a form of demon or devil originating from the D&D's 9 hells.
Yeah, so he won't be a fiend if he's draconic. He'll be celestial.
Either way, you're sensing something very evil from him, even if you can't entirely place it. But I more or less already told you what it is, so we'll just say you sensed it.
bro, imagine like he's the one working together.
Because if I hit him, I do extra radiant damage against fiends and undead.
Cool, I've got a statue downstairs, guys.
Probably the red smoke.
Okay, so, yeah, you sense that. You frighten this guy. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, so you said 2x2?
Yeah. Basically the same size as the normal one. I did not...
1 inch.
I accidentally exported it with that grid over it. But it's on the table now.
Wait, dang it. 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, it's not the largest grid. Okay, so you frightened the one on your right,
and he can't
you
will-
moved to the one on
And
the
he
left.
can't willingly move towards me, but I'm gonna move to the one over there, and then I'm gonna move as far as I can, and I'm gonna ready, because I cast the frighten as a bonus action. I'm gonna ready my action for one of these guys to get close to me.
Okay. So you ready your action just to attack when one gets close? Yep. Okay. It is now going to be the cultist in front of you. He is going to run towards you, and he just goes, "For the Dark Lord!" And he pulls out a dagger, and let's see if he hits.
Well, with my prepared action, I would get to attack him before he even gets close to
roll
me. All right, Aquino, come on, big girl. God dang it. 11.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll damage for me.
Oh, I thought there was gonna be a little bit harder than I thought they were gonna be.
They're little minions, bro.
Well, they're people, but they're not in armor, probably.
Yeah, they're in those long scarlet robes.
So really,
They're
probably naked underneath.
They're like this, bro. They're like
That's all they have is robes.
It's gonna be 7
they
damage.
walk around like this.
And if he's a fiend, he'll take. Is this one a fiend? Just
No, it's
normal
a
human. Okay, so
TV.
yeah, so 7 damage. As Aquino or crap. I'm using 2 hands. I'm sorry. I rolled the wrong damage. My
Oh, is
bad.
it more?
Yeah, it should
go
be
for it.
more. My bad.
Yeah, you're fine. Roll the
I was
extra,
supposed to
or just
roll.
redo it.
I was supposed to roll a D12.
Oh, what'd you roll?
A D8.
Okay. We'll just. Do you want to roll a d4 and add it, or just redo it? I don't care either way.
I'm just gonna redo it. So what's 9 plus 6?
How do you want to do this? We'll just say that.
Say 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 damage.
Okay.
How do I want to do it? As he goes, "For the Dark Lord," and I just go,
Nothing benefits from darkness.
and I bring Aquino up over my right shoulder, and I just go.
Yo, this is your character from the
And you
other
see-
campaign. It'd be hilarious.
You see just like this trail of like spectral sunlight just go woof, following my axe blade as I just cut him across his chest.
You feel like a holy choir.
Okay. So yeah, he just and falls over. You see, this guy falls over and dies, and then immediately starts shaking and gets back up, turns around, and starts like he's gonna shamble away from you.
Oh no!
Is he an undead now?
Yeah.
He's gonna.
If he leaves my melee range, I'm definitely taking that opportunity attack.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, he's not taken his turn yet, so he's not moved, but he's started to. But
I mean, if he's gonna if he's taking his turn, no matter what, even if it's not my initiative order, if he moves away from me, I'll still get an opportunity attack.
it is his turn. So yeah, he ran up to you to attack you. You got the opportunity.
Yeah.
So now he's trying to leave, so you get another opportunity.
Okay.
You were just ready for this guy.
Does that sound
And
good?
now he's now is he undead? Because if he is, I do an extra D8 of
Yeah, you do.
radiant.
Yeah, he is.
Is that good?
He is reanimated.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Reanimated disgustingness.
Wait, oh, he's using necromancy. Frick.
13 to hit.
Yeah. How much damage?
13 to hit. So I gotta do 1d8, 1d12.
The only way to kill him is.
I got a plan if I can get to him.
The only way to kill him is by killing the caster of necromancy.
We
He's
don't
using
know
necromancy.
We don't know that.
19 damage.
Yeah. How you gonna do this?
so he after the first swipe, Balthramar he brushes his hair back and he fixes his hat, and then he notices the guy get up and he goes, and then he smells that scent of the undead, and he goes,
You should have stayed dead.
and he just comes back across. So he swung to the left, and then he's gonna bring it back up and swing kind of like belt level. Well, I'm 9 foot tall, so it kind of be like at his head. So I kind of just take his head off.
Okay. His head
About double.
falls off, and he keeps shambling away from you. And he's gonna move 2 squares back.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah, you did kill him twice. No, he's moving 2 squares away from Balthramar. So not to the side, but just directly towards the back wall. Well, two actual moves. Yeah, toward me. There you go. Alright, next is Tony. What do you do?
I want to move away from his line of sight so I can see the traitor right in my sight, and I want to take my long rifle and I want to shoot it for him.
Okay.
That is a 15 to hit.
15 to hit. You hit, roll damage for me.
Sweet. Ooh, 13 damage. Then I want to do action surge and shoot again. So you hear the boom,
This is an extra 20.
and that's a nat 20.
Okay. He's going to take a legendary action before that second shot hits him, and you just see him go and just flames shoot down him, and it looks like he's surrounded by flames now. Go ahead. You said you rolled a 20 to hit?
Nat 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Double your damage.
Double.
Ugh. 10 damage.
10 damage.
Are you supposed to be rolling 2 of those? Are you using your big?
Are you using your pistol or your rifle?
Yeah. Didn't you
It's
say
2.
2d10?
Yeah.
It's 2d10.
You're just rolling
So
1.
it's like 20.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you need to re-roll your damage.
You can just roll 2 more. I mean, you hit both
Yeah.
times.
Okay, yeah. Just roll 2.
Roll 2 to 8, and
D8?
well, roll 1
I thought you said
or 2d10. So roll 1 and tell me that number, then roll another and double it.
7.
Okay. And then what's the second?
double again.
8.
Double it, 16. No.
16.
Just 4, and then...
Oh. Sorry.
Alright.
He was already done.
23. Right.
Still pretty good.
Yeah. My bad. The thing was said differently.
Cool. You're fine.
That's it.
All right, cool. Yeah. You hit him twice. The second time, you hit him directly in the head. And he goes, and then leans back up.
That's disgusting.
Alright.
And then I want to use the rest of my movement to like get away from his line of fire.
Balthramar.
In case he has a range attack.
While you're running, he just goes, picks the bullet out of his head and drops it.
You disgust me.
Alright. Next would be his turn. Alright. He is going to step around the throne, and at that point he disappears. And let's see. There's going to be a shadow behind that pillar all the way to the right and bottom. So the bottom right pillar, it's the black thing with the skulls tied to it. It's the black square. The big black square.
This one?
That one?
These are pillars.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's that
you
back
sit
pillar.
behind it.
Yeah, so there's a shadow
So
coming
right
off
here?
of that pillar from the lights. He's going to show up there, and then he is going to take his movement out from the side directly to whoever that is in the middle.
It's me.
So yeah, he's going to walk right up to you from the side, and he's going to all the way to... Yep. Okay, because that was like, what, like 5 squares?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's his movement. And let's see. He is going to do an attack here, so I'm going to roll. I have 2... Cool.
Oh, do you have resistance if you attack?
I have resistance to necrotic damage. I gain radiant and necrotic.
Why did I even say it's
Does a
not
16 hit your AC?
It just hits.
Alright. And... you take 17 damage.
Yeah. Whoa.
You see a giant claw, just a shadow on his hand, and he just swipes you with it. And...
Ouchie.
okay, so if that hit, then I'm assuming a 19 hits.
Yeah?
This one doesn't do as much. It's a different attack. This time, he's going to use an attack called Concussive Force. He just does like this with his hand, and you get hit in the chest, and you move 5 feet back. And
It's a plate armor.
Same. Fucking carry.
you take 5 damage from that.
Alright.
Instead of like picking up 20 dice over there.
And that ends his turn. Next will be the cultist that you frightened. He is going to dash. No, it'll be the one all the way on the left. He's going to dash 60 feet back and away. So he just runs towards the wall. So he's full on dashing.
Yeah,
he is running, trying to hide. He's going to try and hide over here. And you just see a tentacle come out from the wall, a massive tentacle, and it grabs him, and you just hear go, "Ah!" and it pulls him in. And he's gone. So, yeah.
Don't get near the wall.
So that cultist is gone.
Oh, because you ran away
Yeah.
from me?
And
No,
you
you
just
got
hear
stuck in
him
the wall.
screaming from inside the wall. And then you just hear more and more voices cry out from within the wall in different spots. Alright, that ends his turn. It is now Goo's turn.
No, it's what we release. It's what?
It is your turn, Goo.
I'm stealth.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my movement. 5, 10. You think I can get behind him?
How far is that?
I don't know. The squares are messing with me.
Sorry. Count by 2. I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm trying
Can we
to
just zoom in a bit? Would that help? Oh no, that would mess everything up.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can get to him. I don't know.
We'll just say you do. Because it's very close to your movement speed, and I very much messed that up.
I get right behind him.
Okay.
I take the gooper.
Did you bitty goober?
Yep.
Alright, what do you do?
I use its charge and pin his shadow to the ground.
Oh. Okay. So he's rolling a dex save.
A wisdom.
Oh, a wisdom save. You rolled a dirty 20. So
Okay, yeah.
you go to stab it into his shadow, and totally unnatural to the light source, his shadow just moves. It goes whoop, and opens up. There's a spot of light you hit, and then whoop, goes right back as you lift up the dagger. Alright, anything else on your turn?
Does that use my action?
Yeah, we'll make that an action.
Okay.
Because you
I
have to
figured
literally
so.
hit it with the dagger.
It just doesn't
Yeah.
Say, okay,
And we'll say you have to roll to hit only if the target's moving.
okay.
So he was.
I wanna try to hide behind him.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's my
roll,
bonus action.
roll
Hide.
stealth. Yeah. Go for it.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah. You hide. Yeah. So you.
I
slink
wanna
off into the
do
shadows.
like the Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Of like standing behind him.
Nice.
I will say. Isn't that a broken chandelier? The ones that are broken kind of look janked up.
The pink thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there, it's very. Yeah. If it's broken, it's very dim right there, so you can hide right near the pillar. So
Okay.
if you want to slink into a shadow, if that's what you're saying.
Right.
You know what?
I didn't
So,
want to leave him.
Like, well, you're right by the pillar anyway. Just saying it'd be shady right there,
Okay.
so you can hide in those shadows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to stay right behind him.
You're pretty much against the pillar.
That's my turn.
Okay. Cool.
I've not been using. I'm gonna start using it, but because when we got to level 3, I took the Oath of Glory. I haven't been using my Channel Divinity at all, and I'm gonna start using that.
Okay, your
I have
turn's
a
coming up
question
soon.
on the Hooper.
Okay, so the one in the back here, on the back right, saw the one get sucked into the wall. He's now horrified. So he is going to try and dash that way, past Dracon. So he is going to take his full, just 60 feet dash. He's now run past you. You have an attack of opportunity.
I don't take it.
You don't take it? Alright. Yeah, he's going to run all the way over there, and that ends his action. He's going to go take him back 2 squares and a little to the right. Yeah, because he doesn't want to run directly up to him. He's over there now. That ends his turn. So now the other cultist's turn. He's going to run just 30 over towards you guys. So he'll be like on the red carpet in front of the throne. Yeah, so we'll just put him there. We'll say he moved towards you all. It is now Balthramar, top wheel. Oh wait, no it's not. No it's not. I skipped one. Let's see. Who is the closest? The one in the white there with the thing behind his back. That's the one we're using for Dracon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, or Philip. Okay, so this guy in the middle here, I'm gonna roll the hit. That's Balthramar, I believe. Does a 17 hit Gracie?
Yep.
All right.
God, man, I need plate armor. I do need plate armor.
All right. You take 4 damage as you see one of the tentacles of the fleshy wall reaches up to a skeleton that's embedded in the wall. There's a javelin on its side. It rips the javelin out and hurls it at you. It is going to nail you for 4 damage.
Ouchie.
Yeah. And now it is your turn.
So, at the beginning of Balthramar's turn, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity. And with that, I'm going to channel it into Inspiring Smite. Immediately after you deal damage to a creature with your Divine Smite feature, you can use your Channel Divinity as a bonus action to distribute temporary hit points to creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you, which may include yourself. The total number of temporary hit points is equal to 2d8 plus my level in Paladin, so for like 2d8 plus 4.
Nice, yeah.
So, and I'm probably going to do it to myself because I'm about to freaking eat it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to raise the Kino up. Or actually, crap! I'm not anywhere near them, so I'm gonna move back towards them,
Okay.
You have advantage.
and I'm going to raise Akino up, and I'm going to attempt my Divine Smite. Starting at 2nd level, when you hit a creature with a melee attack weapon, you expend one of your spell slots to deal radiant damage. Yeah, 2d8. Okay, extra. So I'm gonna bring it down, assuming I hit him with Divine Smite.
Yeah, roll for it. What do you got?
With advantage, that is going to be 22 to hit.
Yeah, you hit. Roll damage for me. It's like, what, 4 different dice?
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah. Feel free to roll them all at once.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be 1d12 plus 1d8 plus 6 plus another d8 for my Divine Smite. Or no, plus 2 more d8 for my Divine Smite. Come on, baby. Give me all them dice.
As soon as they get raised up, you just get your
Where are all my D8s? Here we go. Okay, so this is a 1. Okay, I get to reroll all of these because they were all 1s and 2s.
Alright, let's redo it.
Okay, and I only get to do it once.
Yeah. What you got?
So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage.
16, very nice. Alright, that is.
You're doing a good damage.
Alright.
I'm gonna beat the
You
crap
hit him. That seems to actually kind of flinch him back a little bit. Compared with the attacks before, he just sort of laughed off. He just sort of grimaces and goes, yeah.
And with that, my Channel Divinity does kick in. And now I'm going to choose myself to give 2d8 plus my fighter level of temporary hit points.
Yep, do it. Go for it. Heal yourself.
Come on, baby. Big rolls.
Max health, come on.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I get 14 damage. Or 14 temporary.
I get 14 damage.
I get 14 damage negative.
What? It's negative damage. You gain health instead of damage. What? It's just healing now. It's negative damage.
So that was Inspiring Smite, and I've inspired myself.
Okay. Cool. Anything left on your turn?
Nope, that's all I'm doing.
Next is going to be the cultist that is right there by them that they've already killed. I believe that's the one they already killed, isn't it? Or is the one all the way
Yeah,
back
it's
here?
undead. This one's undead.
Yeah, because that one has been touched.
Gotcha. He is going to take his full 60 feet of movement straight back toward the wall as a zombie. He just starts dashing. He's going and running. He's going to trip over Frank at that point and tumble headfirst towards the wall. You just see, it sort of looks like a rip opens down the wall and a bunch of tentacles peel back, and there's just a big toothy mouth.
I hate
And he just falls right into it. It's
it's like the freaking
sealed
wall
back
flesh, bro.
I would say, is this wall mimic?
I hate it.
No.
Because mimics can be.
I'm not going to tell y'all what it is unless you try and roll
Oh
and
yeah,
figure it
because
out.
the Mimic was a boat in his campaign.
Well, I'm not metagaming. I was just saying it as a joke.
Maybe never know.
I'm disgusting.
I'm actually thinking it's the thing.
So, Tony.
The Lich.
Don't give me that smug look, DM. I'm going to fire a shot at the what's his name again?
Bad guy.
Traitor.
They called him Dark Lord Drake earlier.
I don't care. He's a traitor. I
Dark
fire at traitor.
Alright, so you just yell at him, traitor.
Traitor. It's like the Star Wars thing.
Yeah. Alright. What do you got?
I'd say 22 to hit.
Alright, yeah, that hits. What do you do for damage?
Where's my 10? That's 13 damage. And then I'm going to use action. I'm going to use action surge to get or to attack again. Action surge to attack again.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Dang! Okay, son, double that damage.
What was your damage on the first one?
13.
13.
Correct.
That is.
Dude, you're popping off with that rifle.
Yeah, he is.
17 times 2.
17 times 2.
That's 20 plus 14. So, 34 in one shot.
34 damage in one critical shot.
Alright. Wow.
That-
34?
That 34, that's 17 times
DM's regretting his decisions.
Yeah. Alright,
2.
you.
It wouldn't be that bad if he didn't get a 20.
Yeah, he's. You've got 2 criticals, haven't you already, with that rifle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. So yeah, you hit him with the second shot, and he just whips his head and looks at you. He's going to take a legendary action. I'm going to need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Crap. Dex. Should be good at that. Oh, I am.
Rolls a natural one.
Oh, I am. 19.
You barely pass. Out of the shadows, you will see a writhing mass of black tentacles reach out and try and grab you.
Oh, because I'm close to the wall.
They slam onto the ground all around you as he's just staring you straight down.
That's just him.
Yeah.
That's not even a
Yeah, that
wall.
was just a legendary action that he had that he can use.
What is that called?
I like jump and yell. I'm like, ah!
It's actually one that I made.
Oh. I feel like that's a one in the book.
It's very similar to one. I just tweaked it a little bit. I'm trying to see what it's
Is this in my turn? Does it in your turn?
You already attacked twice.
Yeah, but I still have my movement.
Yeah, you can move still.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move away from the wall and away from everyone.
Okay, where are you going?
Yeah, so. Like right there.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. Let's see where we at. Alright, cool.
Stay away.
It is now his turn. He has been trained on you the entire way while you're walking. He is going to use the last point of his legendary actions to use a ability. What's it called?
He's already used 3 legendary actions. How many can this guy use?
3 and he
Yeah.
can regain.
Oh crap.
Yes.
He has to roll for him though each turn.
So this legendary action allows him to fly and use up to half of his movement without provoking opportunity attacks. So he's going to fly right up to you, and that is his movement as well. And now he is attacking you.
Correct. Yes, it hits. Yeah, 25 hits.
He rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
You'll find out. It's better.
Yeah, I just rolled like
I don't tell you.
34, you know?
Natural 20 plus 20.
He. All right.
Drops the dice.
16 hit your AC.
Yes.
You
Barely.
see another black just shadow come out from behind him, and it slashes out at you. And let's see here. That is going to take 16 damage. And then he looks back at you and says, "I'm tired of your mouth." And he casts Silence as another one of his actions.
Do I have to pass a save, or does that just happen? Do I get an opportunity attack because he turned his back on me?
Yeah, you have to pass. Let's see what it's.
No, only if he moves out.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yay!
I
spit on him.
Let's say 14 on. I'm trying to actually find it. Actually, give me a second. It's very small on my iPad.
I think he's like second one once.
Yeah, 13. So a con save 13.
A con?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm good at those.
He should be.
Well, you should be here.
Paladin.
Paladin. Paladin now.
14.
So yeah, he snaps shut, and you see just tentacles come out and reach for your mouth. What do you do to try and catch these?
I bite him.
I just bite him. Yeah, you bite them, and just divine light just pouring out of your mouth. Just they dissipate.
Silence me not.
At that point, he just sort of starts yelling and rage. He's gonna turn back to Presley.
Yeah, take his rage out on you.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
14 does not? Alright, so he just slams down on you with just this force. You just feel this pressure hitting you. Nothing happens.
I'm like,
Yeah, you passed both of those saves. That stinks. Okay, so that ends Team's plotting against
Team-wide I just heard.
Alright, it is now...
no, you better not keep
Goo?
Yeah.
Goo's going to use his movement, still stealth, to go.
You've been stealth this entire time?
I rolled a natural 20 last
fair
time.
enough.
Get behind him.
Okay.
And
Advantage!
I have advantage because Presley's on the other side. 16 to hit.
Yeah... Hold on. I wrote it.
16 hit?
Okay, so if it hits the AC exactly, does it hit it?
counts.
Yeah, so you did hit it. You hit exactly what you needed, because we needed that thing earlier with the fire. He increased his AC.
Okay, so that is because I'm hidden and I'm behind him. I get sneak attack.
Okay.
Damage as well.
I think it's 1d10 plus your fighter level, so 14 points.
And I get to roll another one with sidekick.
Yeah, go for it.
I do 26 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Dang it! I wanted to use my last guiding bolt.
You're welcome. I did most of the damage.
Yeah, you did. But
Dude, that
as I come out of the shadows,
yeah,
I go in between his legs, just come up and just vouching right through his back, coming through his horn.
I see this. I'm like, whoa! You hit him, and just a violent eruption of flames comes forward out of his chest. It's like a red flame with a black edge around it. It's not natural at all. It's just erupting from him. He's just maniacally laughing. Spits out blood.
At my face.
And as he's slumping over, he says, "I'm sorry, master." And he falls to the ground. He's
As he's falling, I twist the blade.
Anything else on your turn, or is that in your turn?
Hide.
Alright. Yeah, roll stealth for me. You're just convincing the little homeboy in the back there.
For cosmetic reasons, kind of just like shoot blood his head just to explode.
Yeah, you can. Say what?
For cosmetic, I just like shoot his head just to make it explode.
Not initiative.
That would be on
Yeah, we're still in initiative. Alright, it is now this cultist over here. He is gonna run all the way into the corner to try and hide.
Just cosmetically for my hidden, because I rolled, I go into like black and I try to stay on the cracks on the ground.
Okay. That cultist is now huddled and crying. You have slipped into the cracks and are not seen at the moment. He only rolled a 10. You all know he's there. You see him weeping and sobbing, but he's like trying to hide and huddle into the corner. That is going to end his turn. It is now the wall's turn again. It looks it is going to reach out a tendril and do like this, and you will see Philip, Dark Lord Drake, is going to rise back up. He does not look the same, though. He is very undead. There is no light in his eyes. He's slumped over. There's still blood pouring out of his mouth. And he turns around and just starts flying towards the wall with his movement ability. So yeah, he's going to move 60.
60.
Yeah.
So
It's all the way to the wall.
No.
it's like almost to the wall.
I forgot there was a
We're just
cultist that
guessing
that rolled lower than the initiative count. He just, the wall, he's just been sitting over there the whole time, so it's his turn.
Well, he's afraid of me. He can't come closer to me.
No, the one that was afraid.
Yes.
ran
Oh,
into
is
the
he?
wall.
Oh, he's
Yeah, that
right.
one's just been there the whole time. I forgot to
He's
incorporate
just watching.
Yeah.
Is he stunned?
Yeah, he's just
Just
been
what?
standing there in shock of everything happening. He did not sign up for this. As Dark Lord flies past, he just grabs his throat and starts dragging him along behind him, and the cultist is kicking and screaming at this point. We're just gonna roll with it. So yeah, Balthramar, it's your turn.
I'm gonna look at the one hiding in the corner, and I'm gonna go,
You chose your side. You get no mercy from me.
and I'm gonna cast my last spell slot of the day, Guiding Bolt, to just vaporize him.
Alright.
Oh god, oh god.
You hit it.
Does he also do damage to the wall?
Hmm?
Will he also do damage to
It's
the
gonna be
wall?
a 14 to hit.
Well, he's shooting that guy over there. This is the wall here. The one with all the eyeballs.
It's gonna be a 14.
That's
I mean, like-
just the wall. Not all four walls are his.
Yeah. The normal walls are, as far as you can tell, normal walls.
It's a 14 to hit.
As you can tell.
And you're hitting the cultist in the corner. Yeah, you hit. You just, I guess, brutally murder him now. Go for it.
And I get to reroll that one.
It's higher than 12.
I just want
Okay. I was gonna say, because if it's higher than 12, he's dead. Regardless.
It's 18.
How do you want to do it?
So I just go, Yeah, he says,
You chose your side. You get no mercy from me.
hold up my axe, same thing, just this beam of lit just pretty much turns him into ash.
Right.
Just-
You totally turned this one to ash. There is nothing left. But right as the beam's starting to hit him, he yells, "The sacrifice will still be completed!" He's gone. Alright, Tony, it's your turn.
I wanna,
No, shoot. Do whatever you want. I don't know what I'm talking. I'm just nervous.
I've got no more spell slots, boys. It's all melee from here.
I'm, use my movement to get closer.
That's what I'm afraid of, because I can't really do anything.
I'm going to... I'm gonna shoot the wall.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll ahead.
Nice.
What'd you roll?
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you definitely hit. Roll damage for me.
Can my thing switch? Thank you. Ooh. 18 damage.
Okay.
Then I want to shoot again.
Okay.
Sex. 24.
Okay.
So stupid.
Oh, I thought that was your damage. I'm just used to you just throwing giant numbers at me at this point.
107.
You killed
3,421.
No, what really you got?
11.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it right in one of the eyes, and then you hit it in the eye again, and blood just starts pouring out, and the eyelid shuts, but that's all that happens, and you just hear screaming coming from the wall in different locations, just different voices screaming out. And at that point,
Literally fighting the wall
it
flush, bro. We're going to hard mode after this.
is now Drake's turn, as he's undead, and he just drags that guy, and they fly right up to the wall. You see it peels back again, rips right down the middle, and there's just this giant, toothy, circular mouth, tentacles flowing around, pulls him right in, and slams shut. At that point, the portal starts fully glowing brighter and brighter and brighter in this doorway, and the whole room starts shaking. At that point, it is just going to burst. The wall just burst. Blood chunks are flying everywhere. And the whole wall starts crumbling of stone and everything behind it. And you see the ocean back behind you guys where this building is pointed out of this cave. And it is very unnatural right now what you're seeing. Normally this is the Windless City. It's underground. There's not a lot of natural things except maybe an earthquake every several years. The waves are sloshing everywhere. There are storm clouds. There is lightning. And out from under the wall, you see a massive shadow move out through the ocean as the doorway crumbles.
Oh,
You out of initiative.
We're out of initiative?
Yeah.
You hear immediately to you, grab Frank.
Yeah, I bolt towards Frank. I dash towards Frank.
Yeah, as you get to him, he is unconscious and tied up, but he's breathing.
I throw him over my shoulder and I go, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Breathe.
And yeah, as you guys start to leave, you will see out in the distance, standing in the water, a massive creature. It looks larger than any of the buildings you've seen in the city, but it's really far out. All you see is silhouettes as the lightning strikes, and it just moves down into this. It's not incredibly large, but it's quite deep of a kind of sea out there, they call it. It's more of an underground lake. It just slowly sinks down into it, the weather dissipates, and that is where we're going to end the session for tonight. Thank you for joining us on the Windless City. This was a little bit of a long one, but I appreciate anyone that stuck out to the end. Yeah.
I am Dalton, playing Goo.
I am Presley playing Tony.
I'm Eric. I play Balthramar.
And I've been Andrew. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a great evening.